spoilers for Vintage Stories, well, story. Anyways, how you doing? You look nice today. So this guy's name is Tobias. You go to this place called the Devastation, something, someplace bad and evil. It doesn't matter. You grab this thing called the lens for him, and then you bring it back to him, and he's like, you know what? Give me a decade or two. And I'm like, okay, I'll give you a decade. So that's what we're gonna do in this video. We're gonna play Vintage Story, a single world for 10 years, and I technically found him at like a year and a half in, so I'm gonna be playing this world for about 11 and a half years and see what he says. I know it's probably just filler so the devs have time to do stuff, but you know what? I'm gonna take that seriously. A decade. I'll give you 1 decade. And here we go with year 1. I formatted the video a little weirdly when I first made it because it was meant to be a compilation video of streams, but it just kind of became Vintage Story. So here you go. Half a year addiction to it and potentially ruin my sleep schedule? That could possibly happen. One last stat I think you might find important. I've played the world for 381 hours, but that's give or take a dozen because when the game crashes, any playtime of that session isn't recorded. So take that with a grain of halite. And here's my mod list. Oh my gosh. Just got hit in the butt by a boar. So apparently it's supposed to be a bit more pink. What are you? No! Back. Sounds like I'm slapping him. Get out of here. Victory! Oh, what are you? This is why we made the spear. Little flesh demon. Surface shiver. Ew, what's such a weird name? Ah, there's multiple of them. I'm fighting back. That's right. Yeah, get stabbed. Ha! You weren't even a challenge. Oh, he's coming back. I like this music. Whoa! A bear? It just one-shot me. I'm gonna try and forget and regret it. I'm gonna regret it. Okay. I have stones. What? You're running. Come back here, you coward. Just because I'm hiding up on this doesn't mean you can run away. You know what? Yeah, you better run. I am the alpha. That's right. Victory. Let me just... Oh, there's another one. Bowl of meal. Oh my gosh. We're civilized, guys. Excuse me. I'm trying to eat here. My first real meal that isn't just... Excuse me. A light temporal storm is imminent. What is that? Do I have a stuff? Ah, frick. Stop it. I'm gonna fight back. Go away! Oh, God, that's terrifying. What is that? I'm gonna hide. Oh, hello. That's the other thing. Why are you so fast? You know, I was wondering why the game at the beginning had so much combat-oriented classes. I didn't even get to throw my spear. Please, I just want to be safe. I just wanted to make my tools. I got one hit off. That's right, you better run. Better be scared. Killed like none of them. So what you just saw there was a temporal storm. Think of like a thunderstorm. But instead of thunder, you get monsters. And instead of like rain, you get giant creatures apparently called Dave. What is that? Also, I should say, I went into this game completely blind. No guides, no nothing. I was streamed this whole experience. And the only time I ever got help was when people were nice enough to lend me a hand with a comment or two. And even then, that was pretty hard because I did not catch on to things in the way that people explained. So this is a very difficult learning experience. I don't think I need hide. I don't know, I might regret that. We'll see. Where'd you go, huh? Huh? I gotta stop pushing my luck. I know he's gonna come back and destroy me any minute now. If you're enjoying the video so far, I'd heavily as a hammer appreciate a like and subscribe. It's free, helps a walnut ton, and gives me inspiration to keep on creating these chapters. Anyways, back to the video. I'm sorry. Please, just get him. Okay. Can you please stay still? I'm out of spears. Don't let him know that. Where are you? I'll burn down this forest if I have to. Did you actually run? Okay, maybe I won't do it. I don't think God wants me hunting this bear. Let's go. Revenge on the bear that has tormented my life. Maybe the torch is a bad idea. I can't see. No, don't go into the cave. Why would you do this? What? Really? That's better than getting killed by... You know what? I respect that. You're running from me? That's right, you better run! I've killed 2 of you! Ah! No! I was joking. I was... Ah! Run! Another thing I should mention for Vintage Story is that it's just a lot harder to get ores, typically. I mean, unless you go spelunking and get lucky, but that's a whole other can of worms. Basically, you have to find these little nuggets on the ground, and they tell you the ores below it. If you find copper nuggets, you can dig down below, you'll find some copper. You can... It's a whole big process. This is a thing called a pro pick. I'm not here to teach you those things. But basically, the reason I'm telling you this is because for a few in-game months, that's right, there's months, there's winter, there's spring, there's fall, there's summer, there's dying in the cold because you didn't prepare enough food in the hot months, and you gotta preserve food in a cellar because if you keep it cold, it preserves it. It's just a bit of survival aspects I personally really like. But let me get back on track. The reason why I bring this up is because when I finally unlocked copper, it was just... I had earned that. You know, I had gotten that, taken it for myself, melted it down, turned it into ingots or molds of tools I needed. It was just satisfying. Also, for context, copper is like the lowest tier. Above it is multiple different forms of bronze, and then iron, and then steel, and then for now, that's it. Because, I mean, that's kind of like where humanity in real life went for ores. I don't think I saw any humans ever running around with diamond armor, which, no hate against that. Again, people will compare these games. They're 2 very different games. The only things they share in similarity are how they look. That is it. Oh, so things do actually speed up. Ah, what? Oh, it's hail! Oh, frick! Sorry. What? Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, it hurts. Oh no. You can mix the colors like this? No. No. Oh my gosh. It's mini blocks and blocks. This should be illegal. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm stopping. For all my builders out there, I can already see your brains sparking and then lighting on fire. That was the chisel. It unlocks a whole new avenue of building. And when you get really creative, you can just about do anything. Take the creativity that you can have in Minecraft. Expand that by 1,000,000 or infinity. That's the chisel. But there's also making tools or blacksmithing, my favorite part about the game. These 2 things are why I'm addicted to this game. Also, everything I'm showing you is the pure vanilla game. I did not choose to do any mods because I wanted the most pure classic experience. So everything in here is just part of the base game. The animals. Oh my gosh! You saw the lightning flash before you heard the rumble. Wow! Just pretend you guys can't see these ones up here. Oh my god. From where? What angle do you have? Outside my room? Oh, yeah, okay. See, that's why we have trapdoors. Bonk! Bonk! Okay, it's just a little slap. Yeah, trap him inside. Over here, buddy. Oh god. Okay. I understand. You're mad. Put me on this. No, it didn't work. Ha! Oh! Oh, frick, I missed. No, just wait. Thank you for being patient. How would you rate our customer service today out of 10? Good? Oh, that's good to hear. A lot, but then I just read that description of iron, so it made me feel... Oh, wow! Hi! Bye! Okay. What's your problem, man? Dang. Oh my gosh, how many of you are there? Come and find me! Ah! You need to find animals and attract them. you can trap the babies and read basket traps. So I decided to build my first set of armor. It was iron chainmail, which if you think is simple, it's not. You have to make the wrought iron, you have to hammer out the bad stuff, you gotta turn it into an ingot, you gotta turn those 2 ingots into a plate. That's right, 2 ingots, so I have to do that twice. And then I have to poke out the little chain links. And then not even 10 minutes after I finished my armor, look what happened. Look at us, we're so protected. Oh, hello, oh, frick, hold up. Ah. Guess I'm able to use my chainmail right off the bat. Come on. No, you don't get to run. You initiated this. You guys remember how these fights went when I didn't have armor? Please, please, just get him. Progression. Really? Again. Getting some mad deja vu. Really? That's better than getting killed by... I respect that. Vintage Story, as the name implies, has a story. First quest, go into a place called the Resonance Archives. Oh my gosh, I hate this. What have you guys done? I cannot build or destroy here. It's a good thing it wasn't any deeper. Okay, that's the bottom. Oh. And they say this is like Minecraft. Is that a drill? They were mined too deep, didn't they? Bet you guys found the freaking Balrog. What are you? No, back up. Like little mining spiders? Corrupt locusts. Who designed this place? Hello? Oh god, the bell! We push forward! Need to kill it, don't I? It's someone calling them. Oh my gosh. I hate the Bell Workshop. You guys are horrible. Why would you point me in this direction? I remember when I saw the gameplay trailer for this, and I didn't watch the whole thing, but it just seemed like a nice, cozy survival game. And there'd be no horrific monsters or anything like that. Or music like this. Library. Here we go. What? Oh my gosh. Okay. It's literally just these little guys. It's so annoying. Ah. I beat you. Just need to make sure. To help anyone who's new, the Eidolon has 3 attacks. A big ol' smash where he goes, "Urgh!" When he does that, you gotta jump. Because you jump over the attack, you won't get flung. If he brings his arm back, he's gonna chuck something at you. If you've got a shield, make sure to block by holding control. That's how you block in this game. Your crouch, or whatever your crouch button is. And then he's got an attack where he brings both arms, and then that's when he's gonna smack it. Just get out of the range. And, of course, be wary of the locusts. Alright, let's blow this place up. Hold up, let me see what's over here first. Yeah, I'll light it up. When you hear music like that, I'm gonna do what you're gonna give me to do, game. Oh, I was expecting another boss. I thought a flashlight was gonna come. Not a flashlight, spotlight. Just a bunch of lights. This is different. Not gonna show it to you. There was just a lot of lore and a lot of books. And then I went home. Launch. Is that it? Oh. What? Beep, beep, beep. That was so anticlimactic. Ahoy, you mateys! I'm the best pirate on this lake. On a... Arr! Pirate of the Lake coming to movie theaters near you. You guys want to get some actual ASMR in? Yeah? How's that sound? Your ears are confused? Hammering again. I'm gonna slowly lose mine, I can feel it. Come on, before it gets too cold, please. Too cold to work. I'm so close. And after finally accepting that I can no longer prolong the inevitable ending of Vintage Story, so far, game's still getting updated, I decided to set out and we were going to finish the story. We visited 4 locations in this order: the Lazaret, the village, the devastation, and then Tobias's cave. But I don't think I showed the Lazaret because that place drove me crazy. Also, these were all just clips that I thought were funny, and this wasn't actually meant to be a video where I'm talking like this. It's just that Vintage Story has brought out such a passion inside me that I haven't felt when I've played a game in a while like this. That whole sentence didn't make sense. Never mind, back to the video, please, while I try to recover from that. Those walls? Hello, I come from distant lands to murder you! They use rammed earth too, look at that! This is so cool! What's your name? Agnieszka, what do you do? This is so cool! Mostly what I do is be busy. I'm a blacksmith, the only one around for a fair distance. Oh, professional blacksmith at your service. Do you even know how to make steel? I'll stop. This is just cool seeing like interactive and like live NPCs. The old man told my grandmother to keep an eye out for a strange traveler coming to town looking for him. Never expected it to take this long, but he certainly looked the part, no offense. Offense not taken. Offense not taken. Look at me. Come on, boy. There we go. Okay. Guards! One of the monsters got in. Help! Mr. Guard, help! Mrs. Guard. There's a monster. Oh! Yeah! Woo! Good job. Oh wait, I'm sorry. What? I didn't do anything. Besides let him in. But how did you know? This is interesting. Time switch? What? Huh? Past cannot be changed. Oh boy. Why do we suddenly have these abilities? Playing a puzzle game? This is cool. Ugh. You can almost smell this. Oh. Can I sleep? I was joking. What did I just do? Oh. Okay, I thought I just crashed the game there for a second. Why was the happy music playing? I liked that music. Oh, I see. Please work. Whoa! He's gigantic. Did you see that? The eagles are coming. You're planning to fight it? I don't know. I'm here. What do you want, man? Look. You can kill me, but can you at least give me a lift to the top first? Screw it. I'm finishing the fight here. Let's do this. You're going down! Just for making me go up the tower! Give me my rocks. I'm just gonna eat a snack. Can you give me more spears, please? Oops. Spears. Oh. I can barely see. What? Why'd you do that? Oh, the lens. Everything, like, they're all gone now? Oh, frick. No, they're not. Calm music is so relieving. It honestly is. I can feel a bit of a weight off my chest. I was expecting everything to one-shot me in that area. Oh, no. I can fight a boss, but I can't fight a wolf. Okay, what I think is the final boss is now dead, and I can go home. All 25,000 blocks. There are also teleporters, apparently, in ruins found in caves. Guess who never explored caves? So, that was about 50,000 blocks. I did have an elk, though, so made things a bit faster. There's more of you! There's multiple of you! Oh my gosh, you're still chasing. Have a snowball. Bad dog. Just throwing stones at him. Stop it! Please! Oh. Who? You ain't gonna oh, you still are. I have a torch now. I can do it anywhere. Losing my mind out here. Yes. Burn! 37 degrees. Perfect. Let's book. I wanted to go meet Tobias. He's like this inventor who made this time machine that would fight against this thing called the Rot, which was like the Black Plague, except the time machine like exploded or like it sucked in an area around it, and we were some of those people that got sucked into it. So like in a way, he's our creator because we're a breed of people called Seraphs. So he's basically like my god. But yeah, we went to go visit him. Tobias? Are you okay? You're not gonna kill me, right? What is... You don't have a tick or anything, do you? Ah! Charlemagne! You've been a monster in the past. Why? I know it's not Charlemagne, it's Charlemagne. But what? You have one as a pet, man? Oh god, the bell! Whoa! Not to... Whoa! I thought they were just being dramatic with the statue. Dang, you've been through the runner. To start off our 10-year journey, I said goodbye to home. You know, in the last journey, we went west. Like 25,000 blocks, I found a village, Tobias, and the devastation. So we're moving westwards. We're about 1,000 blocks away from the village, which is actually really nice. Because, you know, I have friends now. And if you're curious, it was about an hour of in-game riding on the elk to get there. And I made 2 trips. So, one there, one back, one there, 3 hours. Now, I had chosen this spot for 2 primary reasons. 1, it was on a hill, and I love hills and mountains. And 2, it was a very common and or abundant amount of rainfall, which meant I could be a little lazy and not have to water my crops that much. So the first step was landscaping. I love this hill, but not like this. There we go. That's how I like it. Also, you'll notice that sometimes there will be black borders at the top and bottom of your screen. That's my bad. I had windowed and full screen at varying times when I was recording. One benefit I learned quite quickly about the villagers is that I can trade with them. So when I was running out of food and my dummy self forgot to pack enough food, I just went and bought some from the villagers because I brought money, but no food. I just realized, from the villagers' perspective, I'm just a random hobo who moved into a hill nearby, claimed it for myself, and occasionally comes by to trade with them. Anyways, after I got the foundation to what I think I wanted, I went out and got some livestock. I kind of like animal husbandry in this game. Haven't gotten far enough to actually have them be tamed, but I'll keep on trying. Now the general idea I'm going for is a medieval castle. What was that? So the main idea is a castle. So that means a lot of stone, which means a lot of stone cutting, and stone plus cutting in this game equals me suffering. And a lot of this. But we'll just edit that out. After a good amount of stone cutting, I realized I should probably get my windmill set up. So that's what I did. Okay, so apparently to get the highest windmill power, it's like 60 plus sea level, and sea level is apparently the lakes. And the lakes around me are at 110. So let's hope these towers don't look comically bad at 170. 170. Okay, this is kind of high. So the idea I've got going is I'm going to have 2 of these towers. Both of them will connect to 2 halve hammers because it's going to be too skinny to connect on these sides for the halve hammers. The smithy will be down there at the center of the 2 towers. So these will come down power 2. The other one will come down power 2. I think I'll put the quern and everything over there. And over here will be like the keep, where I'll actually have storage and like my treasure haul and food storage and everything as well. I don't know. It's kind of narrow. Didn't realize how narrow this place would be. But I'm too far in to not commit. Okay, do you hear that ominous noise in the background? Kind of like a bell tolling. And you also see my blue temporal gear at the bottom middle of the screen turning left? That shouldn't be doing that. That means I'm in an unstable area above ground. So in other words, I committed my entire base in an area where I would eternally be tortured. So to fix this, I'm not gonna move, okay? I'm too far in, and I haven't ever installed a mod, so I'm gonna give myself an out, okay? Surface stability mod. This will make everything above ground stable, meaning I won't have to move my base. Meaning, if you don't like that, you can leave a dislike, because I'm not moving all this. Afterwards, I spent a bit of time going around looking for berry bushes because a bit of pride prevented me from going back to the villagers begging for more food. And also because they probably haven't restocked yet. Mainly because they haven't restocked. I can totally throw away that pride. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I found walnuts in the forest. Frick. In the forest right next to us over here. And I like the colors. It's a darker color. I think it'll be a good contrast to the granite. You know, I'm not trying to look like I'm too much of a positive force. I'm trying to be like a good equal of both. But look at it. It's like a nice neutral... I don't even want to say brown. I don't know what color that is. It's like a purple to me almost, but yeah, walnut is going to be our new wood. It's exciting. I was going to work with oak, but I was like, I kind of hope there's something else because I don't want to use oak again. You know, I want a bit of variety. New place, new me. New building techniques like symmetry and planning. Those words might be foreign to me in this game. Oh, this is not Josh proof at all. And I forgot the windmill sail. And although it wasn't Josh proof, we did eventually get it done. We hooked up the halve hammers to 2 windmills. Nice. Quick quiz. What do you think my first death in this area was like? I bet you'll never find out. Oh, fuck. Oh, you can see them from here. That's beautiful. After I set up the Helve Hammer windmills, I went and set up my Quern and Pulverizer windmill. I like to put them together. And let's just say it was a good reminder on the fact that I probably need to work more with gears and actually get the understanding in my head. Because every time, it's just a guessing game. But let's just say it went through a lot of reworks. Time for a bonus episode of Animal Husbandry Gathering Goats. Attempt 1. Oh my gosh, I'm actually gonna have cheese for once. Oh, I can see home. Don't you dare fall into the... Why, man? Why would you do... Don't do it! Ah, Attempt 2. Just move. Attempt 3. I hate you. I really want you to know that. You know the best thing about all this, though? They're both female. I found another goat all the way out here. But I'm about to get a male goat. I hope, unless I screw up this last part. Where'd you go? Oh my gosh, what is up with you guys in caves? It was painful, but we got him. So we'll have cheese in a few generations, I hope. I've actually never made cheese before, so this is completely new territory for me. Then I went to go visit Tobias because if you don't know, he has a rickety translocator, which I built at my home in the previous video. And we're gonna teleport home, grab some materials, and come back to our real home. Tobias. Hi, friend. This is actually kind of tight. I might not do this again in the future. This makes it all feel much more cramped. I don't know if I like this. Okay, translocator. This is actually weird. I haven't been here in a while. Frick. I'm thinking ores. Specifically iron. As much iron as I can bring. I'm honestly mainly only here to harvest everything. I need flax. Lots and lots of flax fibers. Okay, these are the parts for a rift ward. I don't have this one. I'm gonna bring some metal parts with me. I think we'll have to do a lot of cave diving to recover most of these, but I'm bringing electrum ingots and plates and everything. And I don't think there's much else of value I can bring. Wait, no, more temporal gears? Sure, okay. Now let's go home. Well, yeah, to real home. After I got home, I realized I should probably separate the animals, so we worked a bit on the barn, and I unalived the generation zeros of the chickens, because the higher the generation number, then when they have kids, their generation goes up, and I'm not trying to have any inefficiency. It sounds a bit harsh. If I could just read. You know what? These carcasses, a reminder. Next time, just stand still, yeah. Also, if you've been wondering, yes, that is a dead wolf pup. I just haven't carved it. I'm leaving it as a message to other wolves. If you leave your kids behind, I will not babysit them. Also, look at how many berry bushes we have now. All that foraging has come off, and we're going to be using it for rot, because I want super, super fertile farmland, which I don't have to water. Maybe I'm just lazy. Most of what I've told you so far has just been like little things, but we did get a really big thing done. We finished the main stonework for the castle, thanks to another mod we installed, Stone Quarry, which I am in love with now, and will increase my addiction to this game. Pump me up! That's nice. But with the stonework now basically done, at least the groundwork for it, we're going to be doing the hoardings, which are like these wooden structures which would be added onto castle walls. They're typically temporary, but I figured let's just make it part of the look because it looks pretty bland without the hoardings. You may have also noticed a bit of a crisis. There was oak planks with walnut roofing or walnut planks with walnut roofing. We decided to go with all walnut. That'll be our color. Because what would happen is we would have little slits. It won't be like this. I'll carve it out, but for example, this is what it may look like if we just rough things up a bit. But before we could do the hoardings, it seems like the universe wanted to test our castle a little bit. A temporal storm. We'll be fighting, I guess. After the storm, we checked out how the hoardings looked. Let's see. I think the oak makes it more lively, but the walnut makes it feel a bit more lived in. Which is a bit ironic because these are supposed to be temporary structures. But we'll go with walnut, mainly because I haven't worked with it yet, so you know what, this whole thing was rigged from the start. Walnut it is. With the choice of wood decided, all I had to do now was figure out how I wanted to chisel it. And this is the design I went with. Didn't even work. Oh, it does! Okay, yeah, I like this. It's simple. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in the center. And then another cool point of the hoardings is that they would actually have slits at the bottom. Of course, I will be adding it, but mine won't look too stable in most cases. So you could shoot down on people like at the bottom of the walls. So I could shoot down like this. Pew! Oh, like this. Pew! No, like this. Pew! Nope, like this. Pew! No, like this. Pew! Chiseling away. I can't wait to be done. I kinda love it. I don't know. You know, like it's like, you know, like I know it's gonna be worth it in the end, you know. But also like, I want it to be fast. But also like, I'm enjoying it. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. I don't think I'm ever gonna do many diagonal chisels. That was rough. After finishing the longest side of the castle hoarding, I realized I should probably go put a roof over my barn. So that's what I did. The pigs, the chickens, and the goats, they now have a little roof over their heads. Alright, now I'm kind of starting to regret the fact that I made this diagonal. This is gonna suck. But here we go. First time smithing with the 4 hellhammers. Trying to make lanterns. This is oh so satisfying as a person who loves smithing. I don't even need to do it. I can just sit here and watch. In fact, I will. Ah, the beauty. Wait, no, it's only 3. Hold up. Does this need to be? Oh, it doesn't need to be open. Dang it. I just kind of gaslit myself into believing that was 3 or 4. That doesn't protrude too much, right? Yeah, that should be okay. That should be okay. Now I have 4. I'm also going to steal this step ladder design from the villagers. I absolutely love it, and I didn't realize how much you could do with chiseling until I saw it. So what we'll be doing is, these are like the steps, and then we'll have support beams running up and down as, well, you know, the support beams. There's so much potential to unlock in this game for chiseling and building. Oh, I'm so excited. I do want to say, if you are an elder, or somebody who probably shouldn't take stairs, I do apologize. This place is very inaccessible to you. I'm addicted to these stair designs. I can't wait to get... I need to go cut down more walnut because I need to make support beams made out of walnut. But this will be the cellar. This is where I will be storing food. Over here will be where I'm actually cook food. And then up here is going to be storage, as well as some in here. This is only going to be 1 floor. I don't want to have too many multiple floors. But if you look up there, that's actually plaster. I plan to have... So as you can see, it protrudes out. This is going to be the living quarters up there, and then like these little areas below it. I don't know. But I'm excited. The place is coming together. I'm gonna have to do a ton more chiseling, which it's a bit zen-like. I'll also need to add roofs to these. I also plan to add an arch walkway between here and there, just to make it look kind of cool, and maybe another one from there to there, just because I want some more depth to the place. If you come on the outside, it's a bit flat. Yeah, the hoardings really bring the place to life a bit. Once I add more to just everything, more roofs, more archways and everything, I think it's gonna come together, so I'm excited, and I've not done this much building before. But I'm getting in the zone, baby! And then... ooh, where do I have you end? Like that? How do I remove you? Okay, so I just broke the block instead. I guess we'll go with that. I just realized how unsafe this one was. It wasn't even... this one... you don't even get a full plank with this one. You get half of one, apparently. Past Josh wants to set up future Josh to fall down the stairs and steal his life insurance money. Right, much better. Much safer. So this will be the top of the blacksmith. Where do I have to end the support beam then? Like that. Dang, did I do a bad angle? Where do the edge? Yeah, I don't think I do the center then. I do it on one corner. These are like actual stairs now. This brings me more joy than it probably should, honestly. Edge to edge. Looks a bit off. There we go. Yeah. And do it down here. Bit funky. But I think I'm gonna go with it. I want to make this cellar arched like the roof. Kind of forgot you could do this, but if you hold Alt while you're chiseling or napping or anything similar to it, like smithing, you can actually just go free mouse mode? I don't know what you would call this, but you won't actually have to look at things. You can just move your mouse. Makes things a bit easier, doesn't it? And this is the cellar. I got the arch I wanted. I added in some indents just so the wall, the top ceiling wasn't so flat. I add a door there so that this actually acts as a cellar. Let me just make sure I did this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. All I need to do is add a door. Go to this pitiful cellar. Grab some things to test. 17 days on me. But if I put it in one of these colorful jars we got from the villagers. Is this new? Look at the way you carry the door now. Put a door here. 1.4. Is it working as it should? Is that the maximum? 8 days, 42 days. I think so, yeah. I think my cellar's working. Nice. Actually, one last double check. If I block myself in, 1.4. Okay, yep, we're good. Going to get started on the arch I was talking about. Let's see how this turns out. Okay, I'm getting a bit distracted. I want this to be like a railway. Railings? Walkway? And then I'll add on a walnut roofing. You'll see, you'll see. I want these to be just a little bit skinnier. Bit of depth. Volume. I don't know. I can't be using these words. I don't even know what I really mean. Yeah, this. I just want a bit of this, so it's not so flat. Oh, I love it. Sometimes I'm lazy, and I want an easy way to access the south side of the village. So I've made a secret staircase. Leads to right about here. I'm gonna cover it up with vines, and you guys don't tell anyone, okay? Otherwise it won't be secret anymore. Oh, I love steep staircases. I love how it's wonky, but I love it. As in, mine personally was wonky because I suck at making them, but I'm still gonna keep on making them. Have these always steamed, or is this new? It just updated to 1.21.1.5 RC5. I don't know these names. Attention to detail. Gotta love that. Neat thing I found out, because my hoardings are extruded from the stone parapets, I now use those stone parapets as like foundations for the wooden hoardings. I can actually retreat to them during temporal storms because shivers can't go through 1x1 blocks. So yeah, I have my own little kill boxes now. Alright, so I've got my refractory bricks and my fire clay because I was going to get my beehive kiln and steel back up again. And here's how what I'm thinking for planning of the area around the keep. So over here will be beekeeping. Over here will be animal husbandry, so we got the, you know, the pigs and everything. I'll move the forests in the next spring further north, just so we have a bit more space to work with. I'll move the berry plantation, I think, like over here. I could also move the steel and everything over there, but that's just kind of far to go to and remember to maintain. But right here, I'll put the charcoal and steel making process, so it's a bit closer to home and easy for me to remember. Over here will be the farms, and down south, directly of the center, will be the orchards, which I plan to expand on. And I think I'll also put like a little wine making or little aquavite making area or something. Or maybe we'll just brew a whole bunch of brandy and have fun. Building away. I'm gonna have steel suit. I cannot wait. I was thinking about making this like an actual little factory. But maybe when I work or get more refractory bricks. I can't afford to be fancy right now, unfortunately. And quick tip, if you're low on refractory bricks and you want more than one, it does seem like you can overlap them and kind of minimize how many refractory bricks you actually need to make. If you want to make 2. Or 3, I guess. Go wild. So now we have our bloomeries set and our beehive kiln. Although I need one more fire clay grate, which let's just pretend you didn't see that, okay? And to fuel all of this progress I'm going to make, we're going to need a charcoal burner. So for this one, I made it a bit more natural looking. It's not boxy is what I mean, basically. I wanted it to look like the ones you see in like Kingdom Come Deliverance or like medieval times, but I couldn't get it to look like that. So I went to go trade with the villagers instead because it's been a while since I saw them. You know, maybe they had some kids in a few months. Oh, they listen to the music? The music? Oh yeah, there's the music. And then I bought some storage vessels from this guy named Tad. Some creative parents. Because look at them. Honestly, these are so pretty. I love them. And I'm also going to use them to like kind of color code how I organize my stuff back at home. After buying the storage vessels, I went and spent much more time than I'd like to admit looking for the healer, as well as a few key buildings, one of which being the tavern. Because since I am a lone seraph in this world, and I know that, that means my only friend will be aquavite, or the forms before that. So like alcohol, give me the brandy. This lonely world. This makes things a lot better. Then the goats gave birth, so cheese potentially? Look at you guys gave birth. Okay, where are the mothers? Too stressed. Oh, not the male. Okay. I guess we come back. If I remember, there was like certain percentages of being able to milk them at certain generational stages. Chickens, I forgot to feed them. On the other hand though, the sows, pigs, I should say, they've all grown up, and they'll be ready to breed soon. That's a lot of boars. They'll be ready to breed soon. Holy crap, why do I have so many boars? Did they change the spawn rate of boars? I thought there was a higher chance of... Holy crap. I'm finishing up the watchtowers. I need to find more walnut trees, but they just... I feel like they're so rare. I was looking through the forest and I found one on accident, so I was able to finish the roof with that one. But I'm just running out of walnut, and I've got to wait until spring for things to grow again because it's December. So I don't know what I'm gonna do this winter, but thankfully for you, that's what the magic of editing is for. Also, my windows aren't working, and apparently that's a bug as well. So I might have to go back a few versions. I don't know. We'll see. Try 2. Too stressed. I think I'm just gonna wait until generation 2 or 3. You know, I just realized it would be a good idea to add to the industrial like little zone here. I'm thinking we move the berries over here. I went and filled up some caves, so I have a bit more flatland to work with. But here we put like a little lumber processing area because I have so much wood, and I want it to be a bit thematic. So instead of just having it in these crates I have right here, they'd be over there. So let's do that. It's winter. I literally have nothing else to do. I'm trying to make things for myself to do, and I'm not gonna move south. I've heard some people like to move south for the winter, but I like dealing with winter and like trying to find things to kill time. Which kind of sounds like masochism saying out loud, so let's just skip over that. I'm making the vineyard. I want the cranberries to be like on eye level, but then I realized I might go a little off the path of pure medieval and make it multi-level. I know that means the dirt will be floating, but I think I'll use like support beams and whatnot to make it look kind of realistic. We'll see. Because I'm guessing I'll get more of them as we go over time. I think I'll go another level up max, or maybe 3. I don't know how realistic that would look. I don't want to make it super long, you know? But that's just for the like cranberry and blueberry bushes. For the red currant and white currant bushes, I'm gonna make them too tall. So keep on experimenting, see how this goes. As I'm sitting here making pies, I hope one day they add a bit more cooking to the game, you know? A bit more variety. But for now, I'll keep on making pies. So I want at least 4 clay ovens, so let's chisel out ourselves a little oven thingy. I don't know. Okay, I think that's it. I've hidden the clay ovens as best I can because of their awkward shape, but I got 4 of them now, and I got my fire pits down at the bottom. It looks like a little mouth going like ah. But enough side quests. Let's get back to making this lumber yard. Oops. I'm gonna have a little saw blade area, and then I'm gonna have a little storage over here. And I'm hoping this will like make the industrial area just kind of perfect, you know? Make it feel a little bit lived in, because I'm definitely not gonna actually use it. So I eventually might add a walnut trim, but for now I'm just doing oak because again, I'm just out of walnuts. So I finished the roof. I went with like a gradual finish towards the top, and then I worked on the saw. I hate this thing. You know what? I gave up on trying to make a saw, so I'm going with this. I'm just getting rid of this part, and then we're never looking at this again. And then to finish it off, I put some piles of raw logs as well as finished timber around. And by piles, I mean 1 pile of raw logs and 1 pile of finished timber with some support beams acting as like, I don't know what, something to hold it down. I don't know what this is called. On the 9th of December, I went back and visited home. Fortunately, I have kind of reached a point where I don't really need to prioritize grabbing anything from home, so I'm just grabbing whatever. I grabbed some things for the bloomeries just in case they broke, and a few metal scraps and whatnot and all those Jonas parts. But when I come back, I think we'll start getting things from our archives and start decorating a bit. I just realized I could have crafted them into refractory bricks. Well, 15 more days until the next time I can go there. Sorry, Gen 2s. It's time to go. There's a few Gen 3s in a bank on them. I'm gonna fatten up the pigs, and then we're gonna get a harvest from them too. Too many boars. Too few sows. The balance has been ruptured. I don't like it. So I'm gonna turn them into bacon instead. Valid advice for any problem you have in life. Don't like it? Turn it into bacon. No shoot. January 2nd, year 3. 4 more to go until year 5. All right. Let's not even think about year 10. Maybe I'll make this into a 2-parter. Oh hey, I forgot about you. I completely left this in the past. I will take those cabbage seeds. Good job, past Josh. What's that? You're all at good weight. After a quick head count, we have 1 boar, 4 sows, and don't even ask me if I've done this for my main base because I completely gave up there. I did not control those generations well at all. Oh, I haven't done this forever. So satisfying. And I know, I probably shouldn't be playing on experimental, so that's all my fault. I got too excited with the features. Gonna repair my armor. But yes, year 3. Day 3. Should probably make a wish. There you go. Just made it. Can't tell you though, otherwise it won't come true. Make a wish too. I wished for more blister steel, by the way. Oh, I haven't had a full smithing day in forever. Music to my ears. I haven't talked much today. I also read somewhere that a metal door is a better cellar door instead of a wooden door because it's made out of, you know, like a metal, which is like the better cellar materials, but it didn't seem to do much of a difference. Can someone confirm this for me? There's a diamond pattern dark stone tile, which I really like the look of. Oh, I do like that. Over here I was thinking maybe red, I don't know, some kind of fancy metal block, but I'm using the polished limestone as the outlier, and then we'll have this be the outside of it. Like the wall will be like right here, and then another wall right here, and then a door, you open it, and then you got a little walkway. I'll have a little throne. But it'll mainly be cosmetic. I also figured out I can use limestone with granite to make like a lighter version of the diamond pattern. So yeah, we're adding those in because I want a bit of color disfiguration. If that makes sense. Forgot to record it, but when I was buying poultices from this guy, he also had a painting of a butterfly and a family. And because I'm dealing with a crippling loneliness and all I have is alcohol as family, I'm gonna have that painting up because it'll remind me that there's more to life than alcohol. Although alcohol does help. I just realized I've been pretty pro-reliant on substance. Do not actually just abuse a substance to cope with something. If you are, I would suggest getting some help. Alright, we're on update 1.21 now, and I installed a mod which adds crossbows. Because I love crossbows, and I've kind of wanted a different option for ranged. So we're going to be working on the windlass crossbow. It's probably the most inefficient one, especially since it says right here, steel crossbows are quite inefficient. But I'm going to do it anyways. Look at that damage multiplier, 2.5. I want that 4.3. I don't care how inefficient it is, I don't have much to do, it's winter.
So yeah, I got to work on the windlass, and surprise, surprise, it's not going to be the last time we're working on crossbows. A neat little detail as well, or tedious for some people, is that it has multiple parts, so you kind of have to like actually construct it, and it was very satisfying. This game is very good at that, satisfyingness. I'm claiming that word. And if you're curious, yes, you do have to make bolts instead of arrows. I definitely did not try to use arrows first.
Oh, look at that, medium temporal storm. Perfect. Just you wait. Once I load this, you're in so much trouble. Once I load this. Dead corrupt shiver. One-shotted. One more. I need to get one more. What are you, corrupt drifter? A dead one. After that bloodbath, I went and started another one with the goats. I trimmed them down to generation 1, so hopefully we'll start consistently getting cheese soon. Now, I love the windlass, alright? But I want a bit of mobility, so we're gonna go for the goat's foot crossbow because you can move while reloading it, and it won't take 20 business days to reload, just 5. So you know what, I'll take that. And luckily enough, I found the perfect shooting range when I went caving. Yeah, this is pretty much all I did for like 10-15 minutes. There's a repeating crossbow, and seeing that I am Asian, and I'm pretty sure these originated in China, I'm gonna make the repeating crossbow. The highest tier of metal used for it is copper, and I just found a copper vein. But honestly, it's just an excuse to use the copper I found. Well, that's really shaky. Oh boy. That accuracy is, Well, at least I got to use some copper. But I am going to turn the place I showed you earlier into kind of like a kill zone area. They seem to spawn a lot down here, so let's see where it goes. If there's anything prominent, I'll tell you in the future. Had a few stacks of bony soil, so I figured I would just pan. This is what you came to the video for, right? Right? Oh, I found a lore book from panning. Our food stocks are depleted. We've only the dried wolf and rabbit meat left. Largely, we're left to chewing leather now. Our vests, our belts, our boots. We draw our last breaths. The huntsman corps managed to grab 2 healthy squirrels and a gray gosling. Not more than 10 hours ago, I'd wager. It was not nearly enough to feed all the workmen. The ones in the mines had to be prioritized as expected of their labor. Despite the additional meal, their health is declining. We are running out of options. Furthermore, Joseph, Barda, and Jaren were taken this day. They did not go willingly. The others might still have a chance. I believe so. For my own sake. And I don't think I'm going to read any more lore that I find. Unless you guys are into that, then let me know. But I'm not going to for the rest of this video. And then I gave up on panning. I know it's mother-father life, but that's enough for now. Starting to use up some of the space in the main keep. This is going to be the history or archive room. I went back home and grabbed some stuff from there, so we're getting a bit more accommodated here. And I finally found a worthy foe of my crossbow. A bear. Try to get some distance. There we go. Where'd you go?
Was that just 2 shots? Holy crap.
Okay, maybe not that worthy. I thought they'd be stronger, but I just wanted to hype you up, you know? Make the story sound a lot better than it really was. Because either you get, I found a foe worthy of my crossbow, or I killed a bear with 2 crossbow bolts. And it's not really as exciting when you phrase it that way. We've got all this land up here, right? And while it's been winter and I haven't showed you as much in a while, we've gotten a lot of pine seeds, so I'm going to dedicate all this land to just tree cutting. I always forget, and I live in a place where it does snow, but snow is super bright when the sun's actually out. My eyes! The 5th of March, I went looking for coal. Don't know why. Guess I realized I might as well stock up on minerals as well as wood. I've literally cut down forests and there's nothing else to do. And surprisingly enough, I found some when I went exploring through a cave. I wasn't expecting anything, but when you're expecting nothing and you find something, that's actually kind of nice because your expectations were just set so low. Also, I forgot fire clay came with coal, so that's amazing. I was gonna make some, but I don't have to anymore. Phew. I love crossbows. I get to use this. For once. Hardly ever do. And I still haven't really worked out the math, so I'm just gonna do like 4 to 3 each. There was gonna be this whole segment about me upgrading my farmland with potash, but then I realized potash only physically changes the looks and only actually increases the K capacity. So let's just not get into that. I'm just gonna focus on making terra preta with a ton of berries. Okay? Yeah, let's save all of us, especially myself, some trouble. Whoa, look at that, 120%. That is insane. While I was on the wiki, I found out that the hottest time of day will always be 4 p.m. and the coldest will always be 4 a.m. So I stayed up during those times, and it's still too cold for cabbages, which I want to grow, because apparently they're like one of the best crops, and I came across them, I don't remember where, probably some ruins. So instead, we're gonna do a side quest. We're looking for salt. I dug a few 100 blocks, didn't find any salt. I'm even saltier than earlier. Well, now I can get the bloomeries up and running again. Yay! Found some. 20 blocks away. A little less salty. I also just realized I can use my stone cutting mod. Hold up. Nice. Wow, I have 2 mods installed. And I've already forgotten about them. Wow, this is a really big deposit. Excuse me, sirs. This is a work zone. You are not permitted to be out here. I just want my salt, okay? That's it. Oh, this is satisfying. So, I finished the gatehouse, and I finished the tower over there. You can see it in the back. It's taller. It's supposed to be like another dormitory in case this one ever fell. I've got some beds in there, but I've got to make the inside of this look a little bit better. Yeah. This is home. What a journey. And this is the throne. I'm gonna keep it very stone. You got your steps, your armrests, your seat made out of limestone rock. Maybe I will have to look for a more comfortable color. I don't know. But for now, this is it. Well, there's a temporal storm. So hopefully Tobias can't get killed. Alright, no, we're chilling. Hey Tobias, you thinking? Yes you are. You're a good Tobias. I lied. It is not. Huh. Tobias, you gonna do anything? Okay, no, I'll save you. But for sure, teleporting never gets old. Do these grow at the same time as the seasons? I just realized these were here. I have to check that. You know, continuity and all. No, but I really came here to see how my base looks from the village, and you know, not horrendous. Can the villagers see it from the top of their fort? So like, let's say they fall back in. Hurry quickly, the monsters are cut. The drifters have overrun us. Go to the battlements. Signal. I didn't give my place a name, did I? Signal him. Like, let's say they had a campfire here. Signal him. The beacons are lit. The beacons are lit. Yeah, okay. Now I just kind of wish it was freaking sideways. From their place. Hey, they have the little things I made too. Yes, low-key forgot. I had made myself plate iron. Wow, that is in a very crappy state. That great, lovely color really brings the kitchen to life. But actually, a table does do it some good. Lots of hunting. I also can't get rid of these because it's owned by the villagers, so I might have to stop hunting around here, otherwise they'll look like psychopaths. But now that I said it out loud, I'm gonna keep on hunting around here. Let's make them look like the bad guys.
Oh, that never gets old though. Just the rain pattering. I'm also gonna start curing meat because I don't know if I'm ever gonna use it much, and I don't want to waste it. I've also started salting all the hides because I forgot I could do that. Oh, I've never seen one of these before. Cloth piles? I picked up a coat rack and then I realized I wasn't recording. It's like a linen workshop? And whoa, super off topic, but you can see through the bloomery chimney. I never do that. And I'm not gonna ignite myself even though I'm pretty sure you guys would love to see that. Okay, fine. I tried it, but it doesn't do any damage. Made some Crocs because why not? Okay. We're having these problems again. I just realized this makes the room bigger than 7. I need to bring this forward because I put an egg in here. It's not lasting as long as I think it should. 38, 19. Like if I put it in one near home, it'd be like a year. So, gosh dang it. I need to put trapdoors here too or something. Because I just realized food will spoil if I put it in there. Maybe I'm gonna close it off. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cramped. Okay, so this one works, I think. 5 days now. I open this. 2. Yep, okay. Oh my gosh. People are gonna be screaming at me. Does this still work after trimming? 5 days. Okay, perfect. Now if I go face down here. My ladder. It's like that? There's just a random one in there? Okay, what did you do past Josh? What was your brain going through? Fresh for 16 days. And if I open it, like it was earlier, fresh for 5 days. Oh my gosh, Josh. My cellar wasn't working this whole time. I was wondering why things were spoiling so fast. I, in my attempt to be fancy, have forgotten the basics, which is do not be overly complex. If any of you guys are into Space King, I just watched the newest one, 3, The Imaginator. Keep it simple. Stupid. I just realized I also need to make this like a little realistic. My oven, which would do nothing more than just steam us and get us killed. Bam, so now it actually funnels down and helps ventilate air. That's the right word, ventilate. Lore, we're adding lore to the castle. Alright, kitchen. Actually done for real this time. So is the cellar. I did not realize Crocs take up a single space each. I've not used them in forever. Alright. My little crock pot section. Crock pot? No, that's completely different. Kitchen is cramped and alive enough. I just realized the bars for this door are on the opposite side. Yep, this is a good defendable castle it is. Yes it is. Why can't you open that way? Wrench? No, it doesn't work like that, does it? Okay. Cabbages, cabbages, cabbages. And lanterns. Wow. Look at that view. Wow, I must make really crappy beds. The one I found in some dingy basement in a cave. Lets me sleep for longer than the one I made with care and love. We might lightly reforest the area. It makes our place pop a lot more, just the life. Otherwise, it's just endless plain. Oh yeah, that's why I moved here, so I could trade for some gears. I just found the herbalist smoking. So that's why you do it, huh? I'm getting rid of the closer wood near us. I'm gonna keep these dedicated, like, lines of trees. I think I talked about this earlier, so, yeah. Wait. Whoa. These are little crickets or grasshoppers? That's awesome. June 6th, year 3. Our pickled carrots are ready, but our items are ready. Our pickled items, so now we'll be able to get cheese up and going, finally. After forever. I've also been thinking we hit up the devastation. Hunt around there. We also found a wolf. We'll see if it gets captured or not. This is my scuffed arch to the garden area. We're gonna turn this crappy looking piece of water into a fountain with a small garden. This would be kind of a cramped garden, but 3, 2, 1, bam. Yeah, this doesn't look too good in winter, does it? Huh. Oh, it worked. Oh, you're not buying one, are you? You are not. Whoa, would you look at that? Vintage Story has a little Halloween mode. That's so cool. 3 witches, 1 big ass pumpkin, which is definitely chiseled. He's not gonna buy her a pup, so I think we just keep her around till she grows up. This is our new home. Part of my museum. I don't know if I like how much this hurts my eyes. Let's renovate the forge, huh? I'm much happier with this. The forge looks much nicer. I'm gonna have to figure out what I want as like the overall like neutral ground color, because the grass is nice, but it's a bit off-putting how green it is. Yeah, you come in and all the gears are hidden. All right, welcome to the new industrial zone. The ground is dirty, just like we like it. The pathway leads here, got small little retaining walls. Don't know if that would actually work in real life. And then I also went ahead and added little beams to the mines, or this tunnel, because I figured that would make more sense stability-wise. It's just about getting more thematic. And I got to finish the flooring of the 3rd floor as well as the guardhouse because a new walnut harvest came in. And then we're going to connect these 2 towers because I felt like this one is by itself and it just needs something to finish off its design. And yes, this bridge is going to be a little diagonal, but don't look at it. It'll be okay. Physics be damned. And we're done. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Also, it took me like 4 in-game days to do. Sheesh. Oh my gosh, and my pear trees are finally ready to be harvested. Everything's coming up. Gold? I don't know the term. I said I would do it, and we're going to now. We're going to make it underground because apparently that's how medieval distilleries looked. They would have their beverages stored underground. So we're going to have the entrance be here. We're going to have a small mixing station, or like squeezing station, and then the rest of it's just going to be barrels. All right, this is the outside. Got a little walkway. And then you have the window, which is just a wattle fence because I'm lazy. Chiseling. Quite glad the wrench exists. All right, so you walk in, you got all the barrels. Unfortunately, I don't think we can have them horizontal, which is fine because this is how they're meant to be storing in inventory store. And then this will be storage for any extra wine or I don't know. Wonder how much this is going to make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 50 liters of brandy. All going to be for me. Oh, geez, I think my character's got problems. Or is it me that has problems? And if you're curious, the bee harvest has been going great. I decided to change the whole field to cow parsley, so it's all one uniform thing because that was driving me nuts. And I've also got a cat tail farm going, so, you know, everything's solid. Hey, look! They are growing, like, towards the end of their phase, and it is September now. Haven't checked in between. Oh my gosh, they have so many cabbages. I want to steal them. I haven't checked to see if they've had multiple harvests, or if it's all just, like, supposed to grow in accordance with the seasons. Wow, this is beautiful. So I went back home. Wait, I have a horrendous idea. These are scrap bombs, right? And that is all the pigs. The next day. Oh my gosh. I forgot I did this. Okay, yeah, that's a good amount of meat. All right, nobody panic, but I just got my second full bucket of milk. We're gonna mix cheese, especially since I have pickled vegetables this time. Turn into 20 liters of curdled milk. Yes, sealed. Oh my gosh, we have... we finally have cheese. Oh, the first step towards it. This whole section of my nutrition will finally, hopefully, get filled. So it turns out with mud brick slabs, if you bring them to the point where they're on, like, the top half of a block, they look like this. And I kind of like that look for the inside. Like, it's a bit walked on, and it's not as clean as grass. So that's what we're gonna go with. I'm gonna mix it in with some stone path for the parts that would be treaded on the most, and then our inner courtyard will be done. Yay! Ah yes, dirty and lived in, just how I like it. I don't know if I said it, but I'm also working on a roadway that leads me as close as I can to the village because I can't build near it, but just to travel there, you know, make it look a bit thematic, like the castle is expanding outwards. There have been rumors of a caravan that may or may not be coming nearby, so we might have settlers soon. People to actually help me run the castle, so I'm not just like a lone Dracula living by himself. Ow. And I made a bridge, because bridges are cool. Ta-da! Here's the little bridge. Guess who has 2 buckets of milk again? This guy. I'm more excited about this than I thought I would be. So I need 4 pieces of salt, and it'll become cottage cheese in 24 hours. We're so close! 20 liters of cottage cheese. Yes! Oh my gosh. It's only been 3 years, nearly 4, and I'm gonna have cheese. Apparently now I use linen to get the cheese. Need at least 25 liters. Oh no! So that's what the guide is talking about when they say 25. Fresh for 14.6 days. Okay. That will be done in a few. The road is done. I have the ending off like this to make it look like it's incomplete because I can't build here. But yeah, it's a little pathway. Look at it. It's so cute. It's so cool. I wish I could connect it, but I can't. You know, it's probably a good thing. I think people will just steal from it like in Minecraft. Made 2 little furnaces on the side of the smithy so that way it wouldn't be so out of place with this this one right here. And hopefully it doesn't burn down my roof. I did swap out the materials so it's stone, but I don't know if that'll actually work, so we'll see. I almost forgot about the Perry. Let's distill that, yeah? 800 saturation. Kinda got to, don't I? Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Oh, the cheese is ready. Put that in there. Okay, there we go. So I put this on the ground. Squeeze. Oh. Add salt. Raw cheese. Oh my gosh. Okay, now it's gotta ripen. Oh, That's so cool. Salt, fresh for 87 days, 14 days left to ripen. All right, cheese. I think it's also about time we decorate these floors, huh? I'm thinking about like a war room over here, so like a map table, and then an armory, and some rooms up on the top floor. It is also November 6th, so we're closing in on year 4. On the second floor, I added a little pooper because, you know, hygiene. Just no toilet paper, so use your hands. Don't know if I need to keep on showing these to prove I'm doing it, but I'm going anyways. Those are my lyrics, I will coin those, yeah. I also replaced our gates with smaller ones like this because I think that looks a little better. Okay, well that took longer than I expected, but everything's chiseled out. My chisel is basically almost dead. You got the pooping room. Blech. I'll have a war room. I'll have like a table here, and then a little armory, I guess. We're gonna make scrap weapon kits and use them as the decorations because I need some variety. Here we go. Bit cramped, but so you can actually go over here and see the selection. Just chiseled out a nice little table. Nothing crazy. My excuse is we don't have any skilled carpenters in the area. Yeah, simple enough. I like that. I think I like this chair more than the one I made downstairs. Oh my gosh. Does that make my seat look a bit more padded? I think so. We'll go with it. Okay, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I think for this top floor, we're gonna leave the walls themselves, and then we're gonna actually extrude them with another block. That way I still keep the functionality of the walls. I also made my little pen and quill. I did all this before realizing that there is an actual ink and quill, but that's mine. That one's mine. I coined it. So yeah, I have a little writing desk in my bed, so if I ever fall off, I really remember it. And then I'm gonna have a little bedroom here, a little scribe's room, where I'll probably put the pen and quill in a little library, and then like a little altar area. We'll see what I put at the center. Say it with me now, never gets old. Just like those piglets. And with winter coming in, I figured I might as well build myself a little heater up here. Alright, it's supposed to look like these ones, but it doesn't, so it's my own take now. And there's the campfire. The room should heat up, because I found out that if the room is enclosed, then the fire actually spreads to the room. There's also a command to figure out if your rooms actually count as rooms. Mine do not. Of course they don't, it's the windows, I knew it. Well, I guess I'll just always combat the cold. On the bright side though, come on, this is ready. 0 days left to ripen, come on cheese. Who needs to watch grass grow when you can watch cheese ripen? Wait, now it's at -0 days left. Oh, there we go. Yes! Cheddar cheese. 4 slices. Oh, no. For 8 slices of cheese. Oh, that's good. Turning it into something else besides slices would probably be good though, wouldn't it? First, a few bundles of cheese. Oh,
I can feel the progress in my veins.
oh my gosh, I forgot that these would all go rotten. Back in my old base. I was gonna come and grab food, but this is so much better. It's like Christmas come early. Definitely did this on purpose. 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Year 4. Oh, that is 3 years. I did hear some knocking. Did you hear that too? Will not take this castle, nor these lands. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's get you and your people set up. She and her people are going to be slowly immigrating into this area because they are looking for a home, and I will provide them that home. The first issue I ran into regarding the villagers was actually how to build a house for them. The wiki mentions buildings having to be 7 by 7, and that put my brain through the runner. But through enough trial and error, I have come to the conclusion that certain building dimensions only apply when you want their villages to generate through exploration, unlike me, who wants to build their houses by hand. Because, heck, I have 10 years to kill. Why not? I immediately went and built Hermione a little house. Alright, it's a room. For context, the green blocks means the area I built is a room. I'm checking like a paranoid game saver because my entire castle has around 2 functional rooms out of dozens. Then I got the mayor workstation because that'll allow me to hire people to come to town, and I now realize I am literally hiring people to be my friends. So then I bought my friends the best beds money could afford because I want them to feel safe before I
Pull the rug out from under them.
This block is currently not connected to a village. Do you want to find one? Oh, I do. Okay. Oh, we can actually name it. Let me just come out and be honest. It took me way too long to name this village. So I went to you guys for help instead. Fan of the Lake. Man builds a castle and slowly goes crazy from constant hammering. So we'll call it HammerHold. That sounds like something from World of Warcraft. Let me double check. No, that's why it sounds familiar. It's from Kingdom Rush. Oh, that's an old game. Okay, I might go play that. Be right back. What do I build next then? Maybe like a little shepherd's hut right here, so that they can tend to the animals. I don't know if they actually produce items or if they just look aesthetically pleasing. Either way, put them like right here. I was heavily inspired by the loading screen, the main one,
It's also got like an overhang. Yeah. I'm more proud of this than I should be. We have the upstairs, and then we'll have the downstairs for the shepherd house. Ta-da! With the house built, I hired my first shepherd and tried hiring a non-food producing villager, but it didn't work. I'll just save all of us some trouble and tell you that the villagers, to my knowledge, don't directly interact with farms or animals at the moment, because I'm in build 1.21.5, which is a bit ahead of the villager mod I'm using. The way it works on paper, however, is that the shepherd and farmer magically make food which can feed non-food producing villagers. And the first villager I hired was so rude, they didn't even say hi, they just wanted to play peekaboo. Or hide and seek, that's what it's called. For a bit of flavor with the villagers, I've also installed a mod called VS Quest, which means if I talk to them, they can be like,
Hey, guy who owns this land, I want something from you, and you're gonna do it for me.
There's little quests now, and I think it refreshes, but for now, I haven't gotten a refresh from some of them. Complete. A dozen eggs. I've also decided to put the brazier, which is where the villagers gather at night to socialize. Ew, what freaks? In the village. For now, it'll be at the crossroads between the industrial zone and the road leading out of our domain. Now that we have an in-house shepherd, I decided it was time to hire a soldier, because you need protection for the 2 instances you might ever need it. Use it for both. So now can I hire a soldier? Does one provide for one? There's no free bed for this villager. You take up a bed, Hermine? Oh, of course you do. Not against it. It's just like, all you do every day is do that. I can't even call them squads. You have an endless supply? You have 4 more, okay. I also chiseled them some nice looking windows, but then the room didn't work, so you know what? It's time to commit to leaded glass panes, okay? I'm giving in. Plus, they look really pretty. There was some to the east. Oh my gosh, not one of those people, but I have like so much terra preta. I don't know why, that voice just felt perfect for talking about terra preta. The compost isn't building up. That's the whole point of everything that just happened there. Sorry to traumatize you. Okay, just so everyone knows, I've added in chisel tools because everyone told me I need to stop wasting my time chiseling, which I agree with. A culinary artillery, expanded foods, and food shelves, all of which work together. Here's a list of my current mod list, which may or may not grow in the future. We'll see. My quest for lead brought me into the middle of a lake. As you can see, the red dots indicate little amounts of lead. The yellow indicates a half decent amount of lead. This is not how I would expect it to be swimming during the middle of winter, but here we go. Glad this was close by. I was kind of worried this might turn into a whole month-long endeavor. I also stumbled upon some really strong fuel. It's called anthracite, at least that's what I'm going with. It burns at 1200 degrees for like 3 minutes, which is insane. So thank you very much. I'll be taking all of you. You guys see what's wrong in this picture? No? Look again. Look, I made lead solder, not just regular lead. I wasted like a few stacks of lead ore because of this. But don't worry. I realized eventually. I was gonna make regular eggs, but then I realized part of the new mod, I have to actually crack them. So then I went and did some research, and there's 5 new pages. Now look, I know I'm a master of this game. You know, I've made cheese. Oh, there we go. I've beaten the final boss. But nothing compares to cooking. This is apparently the final boss. I'm not going to show you every single moment I had where I was confused. I will show you the major breakthroughs, but for every victory I show you, I just want you to know there were at least 100 other defeats. For example, one defeat, which I know I just said I wouldn't mention, but I need to get this off my chest, okay? It's the production of sausages. How does kneading a lump of fat into red meat reduce the total saturation compared to grabbing a chunk of red meat, smiting it with the power of Thor to flatten it so I can then cut it into nuggets? Am I missing something? Because the process of sausages is driving me insane. But saying this out loud makes me feel stupid because, I mean, I'm complaining about sausages. Anyways, I said screw it and I made some cooked red meat sausages, okay? In the cellar container, they're fresh for 1.2 years. In my hand, they're fresh for 28 days. But if you look at the bottom, it also says juicy and delicious, extra nutrients, 510 protein saturation. I'm hoping that's not a minus, but they're actually worth 610 then. Which means they're super worth it. Which means, yes, my sausage has a friend. Wow, 1 serving of scrambled eggs. These are a lot harder than they used to be to make. Next challenge we were going to tackle regarding food was dry aging meat. So to do that, I need aged wood. To test out the drying racks, I found some willing volunteers. Oh no, you were a boy. You ruined everything. Saying that out loud, that sounds a lot harsher than I thought it would. But all it means is that I'm kind of set back a generation because the children take their generational number from their mothers, not the fathers. And there we go. We are now starting to dry age meat. Oh, you're not bending over anymore. Is it because you have an actual house to live in? I'll take that as a yes. All right, let's get 2 more shepherd stations. Shepherd. And then our first soldier. Yay. For a small amount of gears, you can escort and protect me. Oh, No, that's okay. You will get killed in the stupidest way possible. I don't know if that says more about me or if that says more about him. For houses with 2 floors, I experimented with the ladders and stairs. It seems like stairs work better, so that's just what we're gonna go with for the villagers. So if anyone's curious. Oh. Okay, well, she definitely just smacked me, but okay. Oh, not you're on camera, huh? Okay, I see how it is. Her mind. What a little faker. Then I found this cool tool from the Chisels mod. Turn chiseled blocks into paths. Well, I've gone too far to change everything now. I also don't think I've said it before, but I do plan to change the amount of years in a video from 2 to 1. In fact, me having the first video be 2 years was a fluke because the whole video was supposed to be 10 years. And then as I got to the second year, I was like, it could take too long. Let's not do that. So I'm going to be doing a year from now on. And I just wanted to say, limiting myself to a year per video is actually kind of terrifying now because it's already February. And I'm like, okay, that's 2 out of the 10 months nearly done. Or not 10 months, 12. Maybe that's why I'm losing so much time. I don't know my months. Okay, here is the so famed pantograph. Allows for copying of another chiseled block's shape. Press F for options to save the shape currently in your pantograph. To disk enter PF save. Wait, do I actually need to save this to my files? Wait, no, hold up. I've clicked to copy. Oh, okay, no, never mind. I'm just tripping. That's awesome. Well, I did it to that side, so I have to do it to this side now. Okay, there we go. Wow. That means... Oh, I'm not going to think about it. But that means the stairs would have been easier to do. That means these trimmings would have been easier to do. Ooh, not that guy, though. But you know what? That's fine. I did the actual hard work, so now I think I deserve some easy work. We'll look at it like that, so I don't cry to myself to sleep. Thinking about all the hours I spent just... No, get those ideas out of your head. Had a bit of an experience that I wanted to share with you guys between the I spent 3 years video and the I spent 4 years video. This one, I went and played a little bit of Minecraft, and oh my gosh, the amount of habits I had from Vintage Story that I tried to carry over to Minecraft just did not work. Half the time I was just dumbfounded with myself because I was like, you can't do that in Minecraft, Josh. This specifically, the amount of times I was caught out without a crafting table was like too many. And I'm like, okay, I gotta go back to my love, Vintage Story. And yes, I am also getting more of these hooks. Would it look better this way? Oh, it probably would. Yeah. Yes, I did discard the ones that I was just drawing. Okay, it's for style. Okay, I just found this out on accident. Look at this. Okay, there we go. Yeah, they can use the doors and everything, and they can travel to their place. So they can walk around. But do you just sit there? Because you're supposed to look busy, right? Editor Josh here. They're supposed to be active, but because we're on the experimental build, all they do for now is sit by their workstation and sometimes go to the brazier. I've noticed it's kind of hit or miss, but with the use of some waypoints you buy from the traders, you can guide them around. I also felt like hiring a new trader because Hermione was just getting sassy. Like, it was unbearable. They're both the same. Okay. I thought she might have been a little bit different. Dang it. Even though she didn't bring anything new, it does seem like each trader's stock is independent of one another, so that means a potential for more selling and buying. You can call me a trade master. Just don't say that title to the villagers in Minecraft. They're gonna have trauma. Oh my gosh, all I had to do was put out the waypoints. I'm assuming I put down a waypoint, and they scan down the path, and then they're like, okay, yes, I can use this. Master allows me. Master does not harm me. This is best master. Yes, come chill. Oh wait, my soldier killed the drifter. Oh my gosh, yes. I was just thinking it'd be a great idea to bring a whole army with me to the decimation, but I don't know if I have that many gears, and I don't know how many of them would actually die or get stuck on the way there. We've also kind of been running low on food, so that means we have to cook. So one major thing we need to do for cooking is to make a cauldron. I'm gonna make it out of steel. Throughout the video so far, you've probably noticed my mic going weird, or like having some crackles, or the audio kind of sounding mixed. That's just what happened, and it's part of the original audio, and I couldn't get rid of it. So here's some bloopers. Completely forgot this is what we're doing, but to finish off our very long-winded journey to get leaded glass. And to finish off our very long-winded journey. Oh, look at all these different food display cases. Okay, sorry. Getting off track. And we can now finish off our very long-winded journey of leaded glass panes. Boop. 60. Wow, that's not going to be enough. I can already feel it. That took longer than I thought. When did we start this journey? It's February 6th. I think I was mining for lead January 9th or something. While cooking, I realized I needed to make myself a mixing bowl because the mixing bowl allows me to make very complex foods. So that's exciting. Let's see how this looks. Oh, it's so cozy. I like that. If I did these. Oh my gosh, I'm a building genius. No. But yeah, okay, nice. Oh, they do look good. Goodbye, old windows. Hello, lead glass pane. Can you chisel these? No, you can't. Okay, that makes sense. Ugh, how could I even use this glass? This is so much better. Pass, Josh. What were you doing? You had 2 years to decide what kind of glass you wanted, and you didn't even choose leaded glass panes? Okay, yeah, that really brings the place to life. That's a nice little way to add a window. So window, roof, trapdoor. Just don't open it, otherwise it won't work. And it probably doesn't count as a room either, but style. Oh my gosh, wait, it does count. Oh, because it's a freaking trapdoor, duh. Okay, yep, yeah, that's a lot of texture. Continuing on with my tradition of using words that not completely positive, but actually apply in the situation. But yeah, we have 2 new buildings. A little one here, like a little outside armory, I'm thinking. Little watchtower, which would suck at watching because the angles don't really let them see out too far. But more so, they'd be good for ambushing people who are running past. Let's say they blitz the castle. If there's somebody positioned in there, they would shoot down. Hit him in the back. They're dead. And then we can also move the soldier. Let's get you out of here, buddy. Yep, you go in there. Or mine. Good job, good job. Added like a little bench out here, and there's also some more chairs over there, just to make our little campfire place a little cozy. I wanted to put down logs as seats, which I guess I could, but I figured since we have actual seats, that might be better. You know, we'll do another table just to fit that vibe out. And actually, speaking of, I think building a tavern would be pretty nice. I just don't know where. Maybe like right here, inside the industrial zone, because if we were to get sieged, I guess I value the life of our beard than I do my tenants. Because this is going to be a walled off zone. We're going to wall it all off soon. Put a little gate over there. You know what? Nobody tell the villagers, okay? I don't want them to find that out. I value them, but like, let's be honest. You can trade for more villagers. You can't trade for more liquor. You definitely can, but don't tell the villagers that. You're my accomplice now. Ha 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 ha. I'm not going to lie. I haven't flinched so hard in forever in this game. He completely got me. It's been a while since I've seen a bear. You remember the little sawmill we have? I actually went and added a 2-person saw because I wanted to add more liveliness to it. The little teeth, and then we've got the blade, and then we've got the actual like hand grip thingy. I went for the 2-person one because I definitely have friends to help me with that. But yeah, just a bit more detail. You have the debarked oak log turning into oak planks, which are then stacked over here, meant to look kind of like separate things, and then I realized they probably need to be 3 wide. For now, this is what we're going with. What we're going to work on next, though, is actually going to be a little farmhouse. It is going to be planting season soon, so I want to get on top of that. I did give in, and I also installed a weapons mod, so we're going to make a steel vulge. I don't think that's how you say it, because I love spears. Plus, they were actually pretty cost effective in real life. Okay, it's a lot cheaper to arm somebody with a pointy stick than it is to arm somebody with a pointy piece of metal. All right, great use of words. I know. Thank you, thank you. I'll be here all weekend. I was actually kind of hoping for a halberd, but a vulge would do just as good. And the interesting thing is that apparently these are actually from the in-game files, so these are and can be implemented into the game. They're like the scrap-upping kits and whatnot, because like there's claymores and like bearded axes and everything, which is just like a big old 2-handed axe. Short swords, stilettos, gladiuses, a lot of cool stuff. 1,000 swings a day. And I'll get stronger. Actually, are there stat point mods? Maybe not. I think that would make it a bit too trivial in some cases. So I just used some steel splitter plugs to get some stone, because apparently cobblestone is the hardest thing for me to get right now. And I just stumbled into iron ore. A bit traumatized because the last time I mined out iron, it took me generations, large amounts. Oh boy, I just stumbled into one on accident. It's not even on here. It's kind of puts a wrench in things. I don't want to mine iron right now. Stone cutter doesn't bring out the ores, which I mean it makes sense because it's for stone, but the fact that it doesn't means I get this cool kind of like skeletal look at how the iron ore vein would be generated, which this actually might be useful for getting ore in the future. Okay, noted. All right, a little bit impractical, but this is the barn, and by practical I mean the archway for the entrance. I got a little carried over. I'm keeping it. Even though it kind of looks like a butt crack. What am I, an elementary schooler? No, I'll take kindergarten. Okay, everyone was right. Okay, I love the pantograph. It is my new best friend. Besides liquor. It's done. We have the arch. It's a little cramped in here, but there should be enough space to have enough storage for seeds at the very least, which is going to be nice. I can finally move it out. And then there's a little upstairs where you can look down and shoot down on people just in case. I'm just joking, but I've been looking through some of the footage, and honestly, I feel like some part of me must just really want to be able to shoot down on some people, because I always make little kill holes. Okay, now we're done. I added some little support beams and whatnot up there too. Yeah, I love support beams. They're becoming my favorite thing about this game, but also, I
I hate them.
They're not friends with me. I'm not friends with them. We don't like each other, but we use each other. It's a toxic relationship, I guess. And now we're gonna move on to, I don't know. Honestly, yeah. But right now you're gonna see it in 3, 2, 1, peace. Yeah, 50 liters this time. I'm prepared. So much compost from the gift I gave myself last episode. Oh. I've never been able to make this so much before. Did I run out of other materials? Oh my gosh, I did bone meal. And I'm out of compost. One high though, that's all I wanted, and I got it. Nearly 2 stacks of terra preta. Oh, this is great. This is gonna be the greatest summer and fall and spring ever. And we just about finished our little herbalist hut because, you know, they gather berries. So I lied, they're not herbalists, they're berry pickers. I've also been thinking I need to add chimneys to all of them, so I might have to do that. Make a whole bunch of little ovens just to fill in the aesthetic or the interior just a little bit. I'll probably put berry storage in there, as in the bushes. I'm a little sick of having them up there. I'm also thinking of extending this wall out to cover this little hill, so that way we can have another tower here. Because the reason why I chose this area is because it's got a lot of hills, so I want to do a lot of arch walkways, a lot of towers. So one here, one over there, and then one over there. So there'd be no walls, but just multiple giant towers that can overwatch and survey the area. What about our south side, you'll ask? Well, there's some hills over there too. Maybe I'll focus on it. I don't know. I'm kind of going for that front view only kind of aesthetic. Just don't look at it from any other angle. 4, 5, 6. And I can just sit back, smacking at him. See, this is why long pointy sticks dominated so much of history. Because they're effective and they're cheap. Just bullying him now. Alright, I love the Volge, but it's kind of throwing me off with how it swings. So we're gonna leave it there for now. We're gonna craft the boar spear instead. Okay, so I saw it and I had to. Okay, I'm making a claymore. You have to. You're going to medieval times fantasy? You have to have a greatsword of some sort. And it's cool because it's made in multiple parts, as you see. It's not just one long thing. I was wondering how that would work. I also made a warhammer because warhammers are awesome, they're cool, and they're also part of this really cool series that has both a fantasy and sci-fi version. Warhammer 40k and Warhammer Fantasy. I love Warhammer Fantasy more though. So it was time to start swinging them. Remember, 1,000 swings a day. The warhammer, the claymore, and then the spear. Oh, that looks beautiful. Claymore, warhammer, and the spear, which is going to be on me. I can't wait to start adding these to the guardhouses and everywhere because it just adds so much more immersion for me. And hopefully you too. And look at the village, it's coming together. It's not just the little warehouse, it's the little buildings. Ow, ow, rude. How does the barn look? It's definitely getting there. I do plan to expand on the fields as well. All right, now we've got like these little handrails so you don't slip on your way in. Even though in real life I would definitely still slip. I mean, look at how bad that is. Oh my gosh, you have to like put your hand there and then you gotta like put it up there again. It's not just like one solid railing. Who made this? They suck. I had to fix it. It was bugging me too much. Dang it me. Why can't you be okay with things being imperfect sometimes? Okay, back to cooking again. Honestly, I should just call this I spent 1 year out of my 10 years in Vintage Story learning how to cook. Because this mod has rechanged everything. The first hurdle was figuring out how to heat up the food, which I can no longer do with a simple fire pit. I now needed to cook properly, which meant using the oven, which meant putting firewood in the ovens and manually lighting them each time. Or so I thought. Turns out, cauldrons are used for cooking. Yeah, you can simmer the food all the way up to good perfection. Don't ask me how I know, but if you char your turnips, they can last for 8.9 years. The first meal I tried making was a salad. You know, it's simple, it's easy to make, all right? So you have your cooked meats, and then you have your not cooked veggies. Guess how long it took for me to figure out that those veggies cannot be cooked? I'll tell you right now, too long. And no, I don't want to search up a guide, okay? The whole point of playing the game is to learn it. Whether that be painfully or not. Unless it came to the villagers, because I completely gave up with them. There's no way I was trying to figure that all out by myself. Do my ingredients have to not be cooked? Okay, if I had regular turnips, get out the way please. Chopped cabbage. Throw the cabbage in. 6 servings of salad. It doesn't have to be cooked. 6 servings of hearty meaty salad. Yes please. So then I mix it. It looks good. Oh my gosh, that actually looks amazing. Thank you. I am a great chef. And no, it did not take me 5 hours to do it. It took me 6. It's a joke, by the way. It actually took me 7. Fresh for 8.4 days. So salads really don't last long at all. If I prolong you with fat, 71.6 days. That's not bad. It's gonna be one hell of a stale salad. But there's some eggs here. There's another generation of chicks ready. Oh my gosh, a huge generation of them. But we're gonna have some pasta on our hands, baby. What are you?
Mother. Goodbye, mother. Okay, I'm not even gonna try with that. That's just unfair. They're like zebras. Stick with me, okay? We're gonna be making pasta soon. Can't you believe it? You start this game off fearing eldritch horrors, and now I'm having more fun making cheese and cooking. So it takes 0.1 liters of chicken egg, liquid chicken egg, to mix with 1 flour. So I mix it. I should have 0.2 left. Oh, and it does it individually for each one. Okay, we're automizing this. I'm gonna put like a windmill to the outside of the castle on this side. I would need to flatten you. I'm guessing that's a hammer. Imagine going into an Italian restaurant and all you hear is and they're just using like a claw hammer to squish down the pasta dough. Honestly, I would try it as long as it's clean, you know? You can't knock it till you try it. So now we have flattened pasta dough. This turns into raw pasta noodles. I can figure out how they're done. Okay, I just cut them up. I'm gonna need to write down instructions in my kitchen. Mix egg and flax or flour. Then smash with hammer. Then cut. Then cook. Then cry because you just ate everything in 1 second. So now we can have hot pasta or cold pasta. 1 pasta is 1 little serving. Perfect. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I think pasta might be the way we go because I can't think of anything else that's relatively easy to make that I can access relatively easily as well. And then I made our first few servings of pasta, which I definitely didn't try to cook in the cauldron first. Nope, did not do that. Oh my gosh, it's just a regular pie. Also, just listen to this. I like how that sounds. Even though I've been struggling a lot, this has actually been very satisfying. Welcome to Josh Ramsay, Master Cook, because I can't say, you know, the regular title. Okay, I just did it like that. I was gonna say, am I gonna grab out a fork? Nope, still use my bare hands. Make way salads. There's a new food type in town. Fresh for 61 days. That's a good amount of time. Now I'm willing to bet at least half a push-up that there are people who have used the food shelf mods I mentioned earlier, wanting me to use the cooling cabinets and the freezers and whatnot. I'm not going to, mainly because they bring me out of the immersion of my medieval castle. That was kind of the whole vibe I was going for. If I'd built a regular house, maybe I'd cave, but no. I'll live like a peasant, okay? If I can chisel normally for 272 hours without any mods, I think I can go with regular food storage. For just the freezer and the cabinet, I will use the other things, don't worry. I also made some barrel racks because these will make things last longer, so 40 days in there, 20 days in here. So for things that might take a little longer for me to get full round of, like milk, that's what I'm gonna use these for. Now red meat did actually age, so now I've got to cook it into something. I might just end up cooking it into like cold pasta. Because I don't think I need pasta lasting 3.3 years. Long story short, hot pasta lasts longer because all the ingredients are cooked together, while cold pasta is not because of the opposite reason. And ta-da! Bucket holder. Yeah! The blessed day has come for the pigs. They've all reached generation 4, which means insta-kill with the cleaver! Yeah! Cheese squeeze. Ripen. Yay! Oh, the melting lake. The sun in the background. Don't look at that side of the lake. The village in the background. My village in the forefront. Oh, the forest. The wind blowing through your ears. Yes. Okay, no, I'm joking. Let's go. Oh, this is gonna be such a good first harvest or few. Or 20. I'm thinking for 20. 20 harvests within the few months. Also, here we go. We set up the seeds. Grains over here. Vegetables here. That's kind of all of it, isn't it? Whoops, I probably should organize this in a different way. And then I started to experiment with some of those extra containers, besides the milk one that you've seen. Hopefully the room doesn't look too flat. A little bit. I liked this little indent because it just like made the room pop. So this one stores grain. Ooh, getting a little modern. How much can you store? Oh, that's just a single stack. Okay, fresh for 22 years. That kind of fills up quickly. Huh. Okay, that's not bad though. Nice little aesthetic. Thankfully, it finally got warm enough for us to start planting crops as well. -2 degrees seemed to be the coldest it got. I don't know if weather spikes or not like you can in real life. And now that I've said that out loud, I think I'll wait like another day or two. Don't know if this will bite me in the butt in the future for these lakes, but I'm going to be stealing all the sand I can because I don't want to keep on coming back to these every once in a while. And I'm not going to replace the blocks for once. So hopefully I don't ever expand that out this far. Crop time. I've gotten to work on the tavern, and don't worry, it'll definitely, probably, maybe be structurally accurate. I wouldn't know. I'm not an architect or an engineer. I'm just a Josh. This is going to be the layout of the rooms. One right here, one right here, one right over there, and 2 smaller ones here. I plan to have like a little sitting area here with like, I think, a lot of leaded glass because I love it now. This is the walkway down. You'll have the tavern over here. I think barkeep will be right here. Yeah, you see the vision. Guess we're going into the sausage making business. That's it. I'm sick of mixing already. Let's make this thing. Oh, I haven't made one of these in forever. We ended up putting a windmill on the other side of the wall just so there wasn't too many moving parts, and I also installed a transmission and clutch because on the days that it was windy, the mixer would be powered automatically, and on days that it wasn't, I could, you know, get in there with my own hands and just mix it myself. And we have 2 and nearly a half stacks of red meat sausages. Yeah. Okay, not as fast as I would have hoped, but that's fine. I can do it manually on the days where I want to torture myself a little bit, but for now, this is good. Okay, yeah, no, that does look a little bit goofy. Maybe not 5 large. Maybe just like 4 or 3. Okay, 3 doesn't look too crazy. I get distracted a lot, don't I? What was I doing? I was working on the tavern. All right, yeah, this is much easier than what I used to have to do. Play 272 hours without doing any mods like this. I really am crazy. All right, some people were saying that they liked how I build, which was like an organic way. Which, yes, it is nice, and if you would ever want to try it for yourself, just follow the landscape of the terrain. So, like, I've only ever followed that natural edges of the terrain. The only problem with it, usually, is roofing. So, this should be interesting. This side will come in slowly because it's on the outer edges, and then right here in the center, it'll all start kind of, like, gradually curving up together. This tool is so convenient. I'm kind of hating how easy it is. In like a weird way. So it's a low slant, it goes up, goes, and then I also brought these out because it just looks right to me. All of it coming out. It was a bit too flat in my taste, for my taste. Jeez. Ah, yeah, that's good. In fact, that's great. Because I didn't want to water these today. I also started building a little stone structure, which should have a tower and a bell. We're just going to call it a holy place, because we don't need it to be part of or affiliated with anything. I'm going to dry my sausage. That sounded a lot better in my head than it did coming out. I'm not going to say anything about this. I'll just leave it here, and you can decide for yourself what it might be used for. Why does my holy tower look like a good version of Sauron? Am I going to watch over the villagers from here? I see you. I think I'll be okay as long as we don't see 2 little short people coming. It's about time, so we also made some tall shelves so we could store even more pottery. I don't need to make these thin enough so my character's fat self from eating all the sausages can get through. He likes his sausages, okay? I never put floor down? It's just granite rock? I just realized this. Can you guys imagine if somebody played without this QP chisels mod? Oh my gosh. I can't. And if anybody ever did, they must be like kind of dumb. So someone, not gonna say who, might have forgotten to open these doors when they were firing the clay shingles you saw earlier. So now we just have tan ones. I wanted red. Damn. So ceramic shingle roof, main thing, and then on the outside, like the outline will be granite ashlar blocks. I think that brings it together. And then my Eye of Sauron tower. And we have our 2-block table, which I now wish I had more of. I did not know I placed down so many ones. 2 more, just so I don't go insane from all this chiseling. Can I just like cut this in half and like move it? Do you allow me to do that, pantograph? Merge shapes. Oh my gosh, you do! Oh my gosh, no way. I was joking! Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Can you guys imagine a person playing without this mod? I can't. And it was time for chairs. If you want to chill outside, you can. Yeah, and our downstairs tavern, at least the main parts, are done. This game has made me a better builder, I feel like. Or not a better builder, but more so, I feel more invested in building. Because you can never get me this far in Minecraft. Or, sorry, the other block game we don't talk about. Maybe just because I can't decorate as intensely. Or the chiseling just allows me to copy-paste things. So, you know, maybe it is just mods in the end. Oh, yeah. And with the new food shelves mod, we have these barrels which we can put sideways. Oh, that completes the look. Something also felt wrong with how the windows were. So I've added this little wooden beam and then also made the plaster level just a little bit lower than the wooden beam just so that there's more depth. I don't like how flat this feels. And because I have the pantograph, it's going to be super easy to do. No, I'm not just looking for excuses to use it. But I definitely am. I just realized I also didn't show this side, but this is what it looks like from the other side. And I think we can appreciate that just a little bit more. I couldn't get the curve as slanted as I wanted it. Or as like gradual as I wanted it. But I think that works enough for now. The tavern is done. And I realize now the roof also isn't... it's not center, but you didn't see that. All that stuff now is each individual room. This is kind of high for a bed, but I don't think these go on like slabs. Yeah, okay, it'll just be like that. I don't want the tavern to look too cheap, so we're gonna be putting them on. So I'm gonna put them on these as like little bed frames. But this is also really high. Just don't fall off your bed if you fall asleep at this tavern, okay? The town will not refund you, nor will the tavern, if you happen to break your head when you fall off the bed. That's cool. Look, I didn't even see that the blanket goes over, so it's been kind of a waste for me putting them on the ground. Just a dirty blanket. Added some wooden support beams to the windows on the outside, as well as our little not porta potty, our little pooper. I didn't like how it looked a little too unsupported, so now it looks a little sketchy. And I also don't know if I want to keep these wood beams on the stone, but I think for now we'll keep it. Oh, and our tree is done growing on the inside. We're gonna prune it a little bit. It didn't cover this side, but I wanted some more life on the inside, and this is a symbol of our kingdom. A walnut. We will not yield to the demons that lay outside our lands. We will fight them. Walnut surrender, we say! Alright, it's been recorded. Our kingdom's words. We do not yield. Walnut ever surrender. This is so stupid. Should probably check if I have a kid somewhere. I think at some point we'll replace all of our turnips with cabbages if I ever grow enough. Oh my gosh, there's a decorative oven now. Like a regular oven, but you can right click with the chisel block to change its shape. That means my ovens downstairs give me a different actual shape. So I do realize the past few segments have just been me losing my mind kind of and laughing, so I apologize if you don't like that. Here's something different. I'm so mad. I can't believe I could have a chisel block. These older structures that you can find never fail to surprise me. Went to go get some fire clay for ovens, and this is terrifying. I guess fog on a lake would have really severe visibility, huh? Decorative oven. Bam. Then I have my decorative oven. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my gosh, this would have been amazing for my kitchen. If I can't have it, none of the villagers can. I'm not making any of them decorative ovens. I made 8 ovens, and that took me forever. I do not remember it taking this long to make them, but the first few houses that have them, that is it. Don't tell the rest of the villagers, okay? That is becoming a very common pattern for this story so far. And with 2 of those ovens, we added them to the kitchen as well as the chimney to the back of our tavern to catch the air from the kitchen. And by kitchen, you know, I'm just gonna go over. Nobody tell the bad guys how easy my defenses are to overcome. Yes, it would catch the fire from the ovens and port them outside. That way we don't just have smoke in here. In theory, of course, if I'm the one cooking, then the whole place is going down. So never let me cook. But here we are, our little kitchen just to go alongside it. A basket in that corner, and then like a shelf. Another shelf? Another shelf. Oh, I'm so fancy. I think that finishes it up much nicely. Much nicely. Yeah, that's a word. That's my vocabulary now. Gotta accept that. I nearly forgot. Bam. The doors. Now the tavern is done. You walk in, you got the kegs with the front stand, the little barman being like, hey, adventurer, how can I help you today? You're looking for quests? We got quests in the town center. You're looking for blessings? There's a nearby. You want some food? You can talk to me. I'm in the corner, sir. There's not going to be a cellar. Lore-wise, we'll just say everything comes from the keep because I'm a nice ruler. I share with my peasant. My indenture. What did I call them? And then you come upstairs. You got the rooms. I still need to put a little something here. You got the rooms. One here. Everything's here. You got some little bookshelves for people too as well. These need doors for privacy. Okay, now these are Now these are good to go. I just need to get more beds. But right now I'm saving up for a special something which I want to surprise you guys with. Once you guys see it, you're gonna love it because I like it. So if you don't like it, then maybe we can't be friends. I don't care if you're shooting me with arrows. I'm gonna plant my flax. Then I finally got around to finishing up our little holy place inside the keep because you never know, you know, like what if all the bad guys keep on hearing me talk crap about them and then like they attack us and then like we get overrun. I'm gonna need a place for our people to do their duties. Let me also clarify, duties and duties can both be accomplished inside the walls of the castle, so that's neat as well. You know, I was making a chimney and then I realized I'm not being as creative. It's vintage story. Let me show you what I think would be a better idea. 3, 2, 1, bam. This is where I was standing. I'm also going to be making more cold pasta, so we're going to make another steel cauldron. Cooked pasta noodles, cooked vintage red meat sausage, chopped cabbage, and then cheddar cheese. You can't have pasta without cheese. I had to go all out for this one. It's so expensive. What to do? I need more. It was like all the copper I had. I can't chisel these? What? I was going to make like a super cool looking bell, but okay. Let's see how that looks. Yeah. Kind of ugly. It's too big. How about just a small version? I guess that works. But there we go. That is the holy place. Some people say a previous saint died and fought there multiple times against the first generation of drifters. I have forgotten to harvest these this whole harvesting season. Oh my gosh. I forgot these things existed. I should do that. Straw dummies. Now I have a field full of friends. Yay. I've also gotten started on finishing the industrial zone the way I want to. Starting with the gate. With kill holes, don't worry. I will not disappoint. Not meant for anything crazy, but shoot into the backs of people that might be trying to get it. Maybe I shouldn't have planted so many berries. I've never seen that many berries before. I'm rich. Filthy rich with rot. We added little parapets to the outer wall. Tiny, similar to the ones you can find. What was that? Similar to the ones you can find in the village. So if I look from this way, I forgot how tall seraphs were. That is actually... I'm still very open to attacks. This is a little bit better. Generation 5 piggies, yay! I don't know who it relates to, but you can also eat while sleeping. Wish I could do that in real life. Oh my gosh, the most recent goat was also a male. I'm gonna leave this as a reminder. Okay, your next one better be a girl. That's 2 generations. A tragedy has befallen us. Our rye harvest got stunted due to the heat because rye's heat tolerance is only 27 degrees Celsius and it gets pretty hot around here. Even though it takes a little while to warm up, I see you, spring. I see what you're doing to me. So I think we're going to be experimenting with different types of crops. But if you're wondering why I didn't talk about this in years 2 to 3, it's because I was very conservative about when I planted. So I still had a few months where I just didn't plant anything because I didn't want to lose my crops, okay? I love my crops. They're my babies. So are those animals, even though they hate me. What do you think about that? Is that too much chiseling? Make the edges more smoothed out? You know, smoothed out. Smooth, is that a word? Because what I have done for the inside is I've added in edges for all these so they're a little bit easier to climb up on. On the outside, that's a completely different story. How well does this integrate with my current building? Oh yeah, that works. Okay, nice. See, the reason why I haven't done this kind of building is because now it brings up the question, do I make everything like this? And I don't want to make everything like this. But I also know it'll look good if I make everything like this. Has been a multi-day... Oh, frick, I forgot the towers. That does add a lot more life to the castle, making everything rounded. That's all I'm going to do. Every house from now on will not be rounded, just the main castle because we're fancy like that. Because even though I had the pantograph, it still took me hours. No, thank you. I'm done for now. Towers look like towers now. Wow. Oh. Remember why you're doing this, Josh. For them. Are they still worth showing? I don't know. There you go. That's kind of all that happens during temporal storms now. I just come down here and hunt. They seem to spawn around the village the most. Jeez. I am back at my previous library to raid it because I want to build my scribe library, which I completely forgot about doing in my castle. So we're gonna get that up and going. Oh my gosh, I should have picked these up in order. Why did I just break the bookshelves? You know what, maybe I'll transcribe these. I need parchment, which I can make a lot of pretty easily, and I've been needing an excuse to use my linen, or my flax basically. And then I can probably name them, I'm assuming and hoping. So then it's not all just rotten lore books. And we can have like 2 little libraries inside the scribe's room. One full of the rotten books, and the one full of the actual books. To begin making a book, we need to soak flax twine, and there are other options. I chose twine, since twine turns into 1 flax pulp, which I think is easier to keep track of, in water for a day to turn it into flax pulp, which we could combine with a sieve to make parchment, which hopefully leads into step 2, that being making a book, which we can use to transcribe that nasty rotten book into pristine fancy books that I'll definitely remember to read on a slow day. Oh yes, thank you my friends. You are the bestest of friends I could have ever asked for. Taking the hits from me. High five! Yeah! With how fruitful the orchard has been, I've decided we're going to use the fruit for just its first tier of liquor instead of aquavitae because, you know, might as well just enjoy it. Also, I don't go adventuring that much anymore. I'm retired now. Wow, that is a very good amount of pears. Sorry, I know the joke was kind of a low-hanging fruit. Apparently, to write with ink, you need an ink and quill. Probably should have thought of that first, so we're going to be making that. So, gray dye, and then we use another 5 metal scraps to make black dye. I know everyone's sick of it, but welcome back to sausage making! If I cook them individually, they have extra nutrients of 510. If I cook them in pairs, or anything smaller than 1, that number gets cut in half. 255 in a batch of 2. When I brought it down to a batch of 20, it was divided amongst all of it, that 510. So either simmering is bad or no, that's it. I'm about to try oven cooking it, see if that makes a difference or not. Generation 10 chicks! Oh my gosh! Everyone else can die. Come here, chicks, cover your eyes. I can like jump on them and they just don't care anymore. I mean, not that I did that in the past. Wow, Generation 10, that changes up everything. At this rate, I'm gonna have to call the video I spent year 4 of my 10 years in Vintage Story learning how to cook sausages. Properly. But here's what we got. These are dried sausages, by the way. I don't know if these stats differ from cooking them without first drying them. Simmered sausages lose their saturation bonus when cooked together. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's intentional. And oven cooked sausages do not. I even accidentally overcooked some and they last nearly 2 years, which is awesome because that saturation bonus isn't half bad. All right, that's it. No more sausage talk, I think. Also, to redact what I said earlier, because I don't want to spread misinformation, you do not just need aged planks, you can use other types of wood. Black dye was done, so that meant it was time for ink and quill, which also means transcribing. The question is, how do I do it? Let's open it, transcribe, offhand. I wonder how many people have done this. In the comments, if you're still here, have you guys done this before? Or am I just in my journey to do something and reaching into the depths of what Vintage Story Vanilla Mode has? Anyways, transcribe, The Spy and the Sparrow. Written by unknown author, transcribed by Josh Janya. Okay, so how do I make a book then? So do I get to choose the pages on a book if I do it? Transcribe. Does it just take another piece of paper? It does. So books are just for me to write in? Question mark? Well, that's what I'm going with. On September 6th, year 4 of my arrival, I attempted to write my own transcriptions of horridly aged rotten books. However, even through my rigorous efforts, no yield was made. Cannot be edited afterwards. Sure. The author and his psychosis. We'll put this one right here. Maybe I'm missing something large, but that is transcribing. So if you haven't tried it for yourself, ta-da! Now I have 49 liters of black dye. I haven't really shown lore, but this one I just thought was interesting. He's a genius. There, I admit it. I've hid from it too long. He's the only one who can save us at this point. Maybe he's always been the only hope. The convention has come to an agreement. In light of the endless reports of devastation and the collapse of 2 neighboring kingdoms, we have decided that Lord Falk's Grand Machine is our only viable option. We're to begin sending materials immediately. I just thought that was cool because it shows that there are multiple kingdoms and that people did try to work on the Grand Machine, like, together. You know, after the fall of a few neighboring kingdoms, which makes sense with how people are. But stubborn. So I will be moving some things from our little museum, but don't worry. Yeah, I think that looks good. So we've transferred all the papers and letters we gotten along the story up here. And I've also put down a ton of candles, especially in the chandelier. Yeah. Actually, you know what? One last idea. Okay, yeah, I think that's a little bit better. You're not going to find some insane chiseling on here like you will with some other people's builds, because I still want to stay sane. So, I don't know, maybe one day I'll show you guys a more unique version. I don't want to go too over the top with some chisels. I have decided to actually look around more around us for traders because I forgot I promised you guys I would show you guys something and I need more money. So you'll see. Oh, you don't want the aged one? You want the regular one? You're picky, man. I'm taking my business elsewhere. I'm gonna talk to your manager the next time I'm here. Along the way, we found a luxury trader who was selling tinted glass, which was amazing because he solved a problem for me that I didn't want to solve myself. So the solution he gave us, I think we'll both like, you and me. Let it be known I lied to you because by exploring, I meant making a loop to a clothing trader who I knew would buy linen, except he didn't. He didn't buy any of it. And he's not even buying, he's buying copper. What the frick? That's not part of your description, Noah. I'm gonna speak with your manager. What the heck? Super unlucky. I'm just gonna get some revenge. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Yes! Yeah, I think that's good enough. It doesn't need to be anything crazy, or so he says. What if we got rid of the frames? I'll work on it. You'll see. I'll show you if I do anything else to it. I did buy some rush mattings because I thought that would make the place feel a bit more homely. The most important place I think we need it is in the pooper, so. Poop. Oh, it's a, okay, right there. Clean your feet before you poop, for goodness sake. I'm gonna let you guys in on this right now. My goat is at 20 portions eaten. I don't know why she's not getting pregnant. I think I might have fed her when she was pregnant one time, or when she was lactating, but I don't know if like the lactating overrides if they get pregnant first. You know what I mean? Like the lactation takes precedent over getting pregnant. This is a really weird sentence. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unalive the female goat and spawn in a new one. So bam, you have admittance of me cheating. I don't want to feed it more because those are resources I don't want to waste. I can, but like if it's broken now, I don't want to keep on risking it getting more broken. You know what I mean? So apologies if you don't like that. You can go ahead and unlike the video. I also brought the goat generation up to 3 because there's no way in the Rust world you can force me to go through that whole process again. Even after our round trip visiting the traders, I didn't have enough money to buy what I needed, so I went to go visit Hermine and Imagina, and then I went to go check to see if I could buy it. Oh my gosh, he doesn't even have it in stock. Dang it. This game hates me sometimes, I swear. Time to add some more to the inside of the holy place. I'm thinking some arches would be lovely. Do I still need to show this? Like, do you guys believe me at this point? Yeah, we'll still show a little bit. This is what we got. We're gonna have the first arch, and then we're gonna have a second arch up here, which just kind of holds up the roof a little bit, and a little side arch that goes into the roof. And I'm gonna try and make it work, and we'll see how it looks. Well, the parry's ready, so kind of have to. Oh yeah, that's good. I know I said we weren't gonna go all out, but I kind of feel like we have to for this one. You walk in, you have this, and then you have everything. I'm still gonna work on that, but then you have the tower, so you go up it. Oh, that is really satisfying. And then you have up here, which we'll work on a bit. This is taking me like a day or two. I forgot how long chiseling takes. Oh, every time. Is there a mod I can use to flip this vertically? Okay, I lied. Apparently I need a wedge. Let's try using that. Remember, there's more to the mod than just the pantograph. I also finally started using the P function for the pantograph, which is basically just saving your chisels into a little library, so everyone can stop yelling at me now. Rotate. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I don't know what that noise was. Oh my gosh. I could have saved myself like at least 4 days of time of chiseling. Oh my gosh. Why don't you look at the other tools? Josh, there's even freaking tools. There's even a wiki page. I looked at it, I glossed over it. I remember glossing over it, but I didn't look at it fully because I'm like, I got this. Guides are there for a reason. Guides are there for a reason. Now this is awesome, right? It's like a star. I wanted that to be like, you know, because like we're a shining star of hope in this dark world. But then we're gonna add one last thing, which I think you guys will really like. I'm hoping this does what I am thinking it does. Oh my gosh, yes it does. Oh, I'm reading from now on. Look. Yeah, I had no excuses. I don't have any excuses. Ta-da! It's a hammer for HammerHold. I did have the material go all the way through just because I don't like the fact that it... Dang, maybe that would look better. Frick. I think I'll go for the individual image on each side. I think all we're missing now is like a little talking place where we can have our speeches about
World domination.
all right, my brethren, we will take back the world. It's so nice that they don't run away from me. I can actually feed them and just look at their eggs. Not that that was the priority of getting them to generation 10. But you know what I mean? Because their progress would get delayed if they ran away from you when they were sitting on their hen boxes. So them finally not running, oh my gosh, we might actually be able to produce chickens as like a consistent type of meat. My babies. Come on guys, grow. I need most of you to grow quicker, come on. Get out of the way. Get away from my babies. Oh, these tons can hold a ton. Oh, might as well help get some of it out of the way. Finally did it. It's been forever since I talked about it, but I finally changed the floor. And if I sound panicked, it's because I'm gonna harvest my spelt. 0 degrees. Do I risk one more day? The lives of many for the lives of one. Or a few. Okay, yeah, I'll be that guy. 0 degrees. I doubt it'll drop -5 degrees, is what Josh probably says before he loses his spelt harvest. Oh, please tell me they're okay. Why won't you grow? And our sheep is pregnant. Yes. Just want to get back to a normal schedule, you know? Okay, so it's good to know I can get away with one last crop harvest as long as I'm on Terra Preta. Although there were a lot of heart attacks. This is my second recording after, you know, coming back from the hospital. Oh, wait. There goes one of my babies. Unfortunately for me, I decided to rework my room so it counted as a room. Fortunately for you, editing exists. But if you do take away anything from what I suffered through, know that the interior and exterior of a chiseled block which you're using as a wall can have no fewer than 32 singular voxels missing from its face. So that's the smallest chisel block you can work with. And if the room check command isn't working, try scanning from the outside, then the inside, or clearing the command with unhigh and then high again, or just toss the block which is giving issues and rechisel it, or burn the house down. Up to you. Jeez. QP Tech, I don't know if you hear this enough. I just want to say thank you for creating this mod. I feel like most people just complain about mods all the time because it doesn't fit what they want, but I know you probably take donations, but you don't get paid for this. So thank you for all the hard work you've put into this. Now, I mainly say this because I love still being sane after chiseling. That's nice. I know it's been in captivity and not fed, but do these things not grow at all? It's been here for about a year. I also apparently never finished the roof, like, top support beam from these, so I'm doing that now. Gotta stick with the style, you know? Consistency. In otherwise abstract builds. Now, you know, if I made a one room count as a room, I had to do the others, so I did. The scribe room and the other guest room are perfect now. The little holy place, definitely not because of my staircase. I'm not even gonna try to fix that either, but it'll be nice. Okay, yeah, it's kind of weird waking up not freezing. Oh my gosh, yes, he has it. Gimme. I hope this is what I'm looking for. If it's not,
I might cry a little bit. Oh, the hammers shall ring through HammerHold. I'm gonna use this steel for something. So I did the math, and I'm probably wrong, but I had to first upgrade my chainmail armor into plate armor, and then I have to use some more steel plating and chains to then upgrade the plate armor into this armor, which I won't say the name of yet. That alone took around 54 steel, just for plates and whatnot, give or take. And then I also have to make some nails, so... Whew. Oh, hammering. What's your guys' favorite fantasy race? I would say dwarves, if that wasn't obvious. I know a lot of people like elves, you know, elves are great, but usually I feel like they die because they're cocky, or like they start crap, or like they make gods of lust and whatnot because they get too bored after a long line. You know, I'm not gonna get into it. Just want to say thank you, Past Josh, for making all that steel. Felt crazy at the time, but this is definitely made future things much easier. And after having made the armor, we then had to add the finishing touches, which was bear hide. So we actually used the bear armor that was introduced in 1.21, I think, a vintage story, and then bam, here we have it. With bear. Specifically chose black bears because I think it's a really good contrast with like the silver-ish I get from the steel. I want bears to see me and think, holy crap, they got Jeffrey. I'm gonna get revenge, and then they're gonna end up on my trophy board as well. It's a vicious cycle. But here we have it. This is the surprise I've been talking about this whole chapter of the story. You can see it compared to the plate iron armor and the blackguard armor, even though I don't have the full set. But dang! Whew. Oh my gosh, look at my shoulders. Oh, these aren't shoulder pads. If you're curious about the stats though, your speed isn't as bad as the regular plate body armor, and it does seem like it gives you a bit more protection in some cases. We'll even leave the schematic up for our scribe, just so he can research it and we can mass produce it. We don't have a scribe, by the way. I'm just spouting nonsense. If you're super duper curious, I'm not going to be wearing the armor 24/7. It's very heavy for me. I'm just a commoner, so I walk very slowly. So I'll just be wearing the chest plate at all times, but I will carry the other two items on me, and if I ever get into a fight, I'll put them on as quick as I can. I also had to forge myself 2 new axes. I also made a steel rolling pin because I don't want to always carry around a hammer with me, even though I usually do, but on the off chance I don't, I'm gonna leave it in the kitchen just in case. Made the bardiche and the bearded axe because I want to know if... Okay, no. It's a two-handed weapon? Oh, they both swung like the axe. Okay, so regular axe, bardiche, and then the steel bearded axe. I was gonna say, if I can wield the bearded axe behind a shield, that would actually make it really fun to play. Can I do that? I was gonna say like RP-wise, because, you know, Vikings... I feel like are at least usually associated with their axe and shield because, you know, axes were also good at building longships and whatnot. And I also know some people who are into history will probably be like, well, bardiches weren't actually used by Vikings, but I know. It's just a big rounded axe head. I don't know if this would actually block damage though. Does that still count? Because the shield's still up. Because with the false, this is what it looks like. Short little stabbing motion. I don't think it would work with the axes then. At the end of the day, I'm going to stick with the bardiche because two-handed weapons are cool and I'm definitely not overcompensating. I mean, look at that. And who doesn't like a good old berserker when it comes to these types of ideas? Ah, yeah, I can feel those bears trembling. Only problem is it is the exact weapon that's on the mod page. So Aladar, CZ, please don't sue me. I'm not coming after your thumbnail. It's just you chose a really good weapon. And that does mean we'll be retiring the boar spear for a little bit. Oh, but now the question becomes, when do I kill the previous generation of chickens? Like, do I need to at this point? Like, it'd be great to go up generations, but I don't need to. Yes, I love generation 10. I think the rooster is generation 9, so if anything, he's the only one we're gonna get rid of. That's right, I see you. Waking up to an insulated room. I got chickens down. You know, I had this whole Disney sounding song, but then it didn't come out right, so I'm just gonna stop it there. Oh, hello. Okay, he really wants me to try out my armor and my bardiche. We will not yield! I forgot how slow plate armor was. Come here! When I catch up to you, you're screwed! Imagine just seeing this running up after you. Oh yeah, maybe I'm just like... Whoa! Maybe I'm just gaslighting myself, but this definitely feels faster than the Falks. And it's been ages since I used the Falks. And that speed combined with the knockback you get is very nice. I liked the spear, but the only downside was it was a bit slow. Like my armor. Whew, I have not missed that heal time though. Hey Dave, you like my armor? Let me just take an arrow. Oh, so tanky. I haven't felt unstoppable since I made my first set of plate iron armor. All those kills, and this is all I got. Oh wait, no, sorry. 9 more arrows. Never change vintage story. Never had 38 eggs before. I'm gonna be so fancy, I'm gonna put them in a pot. Oh, wait, can you not do that? Oh, okay, no, it has to be a bucket. Okay. We'll do that instead. You walk into my kitchen, you're just gonna see me cracking eggs into a bucket. I put so much in this bucket. I would not trust this. Okay, I know. I thought we were done with it. But welcome back to sausage making. Apparently, lard is better for making sausages than using straight up lumps of fat because it takes 0.1 liters of lard, but each lump of fat equals 0.2, so that's doubling its usage. Okay, that's it. If I talk about sausages again, somebody can slap me virtually. How much of this video has been dedicated to making sausages? Should just become a sausage brand. Oh no. Okay guys, so if you cook pasta noodles by itself, you get +1 HP, but if you cook in batches, you get 0.1. I'm not going to try to min-max that. There's no way I'm cooking pasta noodles one by one. I accidentally put some cured red meat up there, and it's fresh for 262 years. 262 years in vintage story. When? That's an insane amount of time. Look, if you guys are going to worship something, there's a holy place over there. Okay. Well, you can walk up there if you want. There's another place. Like, because I don't think a waypoint is that really what you're going to choose? You know what? I won't judge. As the year draws to a close, I wanted to let you know that some of the plans for year 5 involve connecting all of the subregions of HammerHold into one much nicer looking mega region. This means paths, trees, and well, that's kind of it for now. This also means I'm going to be helping future me prep, so I'm going to be clearing out what I'm calling the iron fossil in my quarry that we found, but I've never mined out yet because I wanted to see how big these get. So I've been quarrying around it, getting tons of granite, killing tons of mobs. We're deep enough that bells spawn, so that's been nice for like little income boosts. But yeah, the end of the year is always a little bit slow because it's winter and it's really just prepping for the next year. It's moments like these that make me wonder how much the other classes benefit, because I'm still just a commoner. What's the one that gives you extra loot? The malefactor or something? All right, the westernmost point of the iron ore deposit goes to negative 24,060, and the easternmost goes to negative 24,010. So that's 50 blocks worth of iron ore. But before this year ended, I had to correct a wrong. I think it's time I tackle the worst enemy I've ever had here. My saw. All right, buddy, let's redesign you. Nope, it's too square. A little bit more rounded. I think the problem is that the teeth are too long. Oh, yes, that's much better. I like that. Yes, so the teeth were too long. That was my issue with it. But if you have long teeth, I love you. You look great. Unless you're a saw, then I don't like you too much. My next worst enemy was mods and updating them. It wasn't that bad. It's just I started crashing a lot for reasons I didn't know why. So everything's fresh now. I did notice a few things after we updated our mods. First of all, the villagers were gone. I'm sorry, it's okay. You can worship a stick. I don't care, just come back. Second of all, my crossbow was back to full HP. I don't know what the original durability was, but when I get to like 300 and if I still haven't discarded it, remind me to get rid of it, because if I haven't, I don't want to keep it for longer than I should have, because I'm pretty sure I used it quite a good amount in the past. But if you think all of this is horrible and you think I'm a heretic for cheating, or in some way, or something, I can't prove you wrong. I don't know. What do you want? The thought just occurred to me. Can I make stuff out of cloth? Like clothing? Because I still just wear rawhide mantles and rawhide trousers, but this is like early game stuff. Like homespun pants? I was taking a look. Yeah, no clothier trait. Oh my gosh. I've been playing my own little hardcore version of this game. Homespun shirt, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's me. Figured out how to make sausages in year 4, and I still don't know how to make my own pants and t-shirt. So I can actually look refined instead of a random bozo that put on some poor pig's clothing. Okay. I haven't ever thought to do that. And as the forge of HammerHold labored away, I looked at the luscious deposit of iron, said hello to superheated bismuth, lit the candles in my new holy site, and waited as the new year would soon begin. Happy New Year's! Right? Oh, I was a little early. Dang it. Year 5, day 1 of January. To begin the year, I've decided by building a watchtower that overlooks the farms to the east. And I just want to say this was a pain. Elevated versus flat. I thought this was bad. Whew. This was pretty bad. This is what it looks like from the outside. A lot of corners, a lot of edges. It sucked. If you look really closely, you might even see some of my tears. But before we finish such a project, we need food. So I'm going to be experimenting with pies a little bit more than I have in the past, especially since we have the expanded culinary mod, which means I can add a ton of things into the pie, not just meat or cheese. It can have all of it now. You know what? Might as well display a few of them. Yeah. You can also call me a mad scientist now because I tried putting a meat pie onto a meat hook and it did not work. Okay, everyone, I figured it out. You cannot dry age pies.
Unfortunately, that'd be amazing if you could. Enough about pies. Back to that watchtower. Just find out if you just chisel away to the center of a walnut log, which makes sense because this is basically what you do in the crafting table, you get like these big old support beams. That's cool. We have a little roof done. I got it slanted. I really like slanted roofs like this. I don't know why. Gradual curves. It's kind of hard to do though in vintage and they don't usually look that nice. But bam, little roof so you don't get your head wet while you're on watch duty. Or get your head pierced by an arrow. The new goat was a male. I shouldn't have killed the past females. That's my third setback when it comes to the goats, which means they are my least tamed out of my animals. Remember why you're fighting for cheese. Our scribe has been saying we've been getting a lot of letters, and one of them actually addresses how to create a proper bell with chiseling. I believe it was this one. To my uncultured brother. Brother, when you first made the world, you only set chiseling to stone and wood blocks instead of most cubic blocks. You can fix that by using the command /worldconfig microblock chiseling all. Please change that so you don't make us vintage story players look bad. X_moonlit shade, probably. I don't know what any of that means because I live in a fantasy world, but maybe if I just talk to my little altar. Help me make a bell, please. Thank you. Perhaps now we can actually shape it. Oh, we can! Yes! Okay, role-playing over. Yes! Oh! Something very simple because I've got a different thing planned for this in the future. But for now, this will do. Part of me is realizing I don't really know how bells look on the inside. So there's the bell. You go look underneath it. You even got the little rope going down. And then the gonging parts are going to go like ding or dong. Dong. We'll add more to this in the future. You'll see. A little Easter egg I left in the last chapter was me asking you guys for names. So that's what we're going to be doing for this little segment. We're going to be naming things. To start off, we're going to be naming my bed Nuchis Lege, which is definitely Latin for something. Next up is the royal fertilizing barrel. That's the pooper. I usually go upstairs, but I do have my servants come out to this little ledge and empty the barrel. Why don't we just let it drop all the way down? Well, because that would go into the battlements, and we can't have the soldiers getting diseases standing on poop. I'm not that horrible of a king, so instead I make my servants do that. We have no servants, by the way. And we'll be calling it the Walnut Gong Shelf, because you gotta drop a gong sometimes. And apparently that was also medieval slang for turds. The inner keep will be called Wallstone Keep. Our cellar is now called the Nut Meat, which is where we store our phallic objects. Great, I know. If you go into the secret entrance of the Nut Meat towards the orchard, you can take a right down Pear Beer path, and then you'll find yourself at Forge Wall Ale, which is where HammerHold produces its alcohol. I think this is one of the names I loved the most because it's more of a statement to what's going to happen to you instead of a name for the establishment. Our tavern will now be called Brewed and Hammered. So get your beer goat ready. For everyone who's commented names for the castle, thank you so much. If I missed yours, I am very sorry. I have no excuses besides I missed it. But for everyone who has commented, thank you so much. Your ideas bring this place to life, especially the people who have commented in different languages. I'm not going to promise great pronunciation, and somebody even asked about commenting in a different language. I'm completely fine with that. I think it's more fun if we get more variety in here, more languages, more dialects, because language is such an interesting thing, but that's a talk for a different time. We're going to be naming our quarry Dumbaumfalun. Dumba, I think it's Swedish. That's what Google told me, so I'm sorry if I killed that. We're going to get pretty intricate with our naming as well. You know how HammerHold is technically comprised of many subregions like the farming area, the orchard, the industrial area, and the tree yard? Well, we're going to bundle it all up and say HammerHold lies in the region of Nottinghamshire. Nut from walnut, ham, short for hammer, not the cut of meat, and shire, which is an old way to denote an administrative division of land. Nutting is definitely not meant to be coarse humor. No, sir. It is, however, a play on Nottinghamshire. Yes, absolutely. Oh, this one made me laugh a bit too much. Another brilliant idea was to name the hill upon which HammerHold actually sits upon, which I never would have thought of. We're going to be calling it Hammernut Hill. Should I always use this voice when I put out titles? Welcome to HammerHold, with a forge's ring. Next up will be the first half of HammerHold, which is the area before the bridge leading to Wallstone Keep. It shall be called Pound Town. Not because we have a brothel, no sir, we have class here, but because of the 4 holy health hammers upon which the tools of our retaking of this world are born from. If you go to our third windmill that's by itself, you'll find the Nutcracker and Nut Grinder. Nutcracker will be after the pulverizer, and the nut grinder is after the granite quern. And then the main walnut tree upon which everything is built upon which you could even say our holiness derives from, shall be called the Valnot, which I probably butchered, so apologies. And finally, we are going to give our little guy a name. The wolf will be called Kevin. There's Kevin. Honestly, at this point, I'll take names for anything. Let's just make this very personal and fun, this area. Everything. I want you guys to be part of this as well, because otherwise it's just me making terms for things, and I think it's a lot more fun if we get everyone involved. And if anyone's a bit confused about the way we named the castle, so HammerHold will be a name for this whole little town. All right. Wallstone Keep is the name of the main keep. Pound Town is the name of the Hammer area. I plan to add a few buildings in there if I can, squeeze them in. And then Nottinghamshire is the overall region in which we live in. So Nadia, you got some competition. We're like the other county or something. Still no name for the village though either. Maybe Hammerhold is just good. I don't want too many names. I'm not going to remember all of these. So if I forget, I apologize. I'm not trying to target you. We also don't have a name for the industrial zone. Or at least I don't think so. If I missed it, then I missed it. But we don't have a name for it. So think of something related to walnuts or hammers that also relates to making steel or burning charcoal or processing wood or lumberyard, like the nut cutters. On one of my trade runs to Nadia, Agnieszka told me I looked like a blackguard, and after realizing I had no clue what she was talking about, she said Tobias had told them stories of blackguards who were typically heavily armed warriors that took a punch to give a beating. So I guess I'll try to live up to their standards now. I did say Nadia needs to watch out, but thematically speaking, we're setting up HammerHold to be a safe haven alongside Nadia in this cursed world. So if I can give an example of what a warrior should be, I'll live up to it. Oh, those candles really light up my place. What the frick? Why are they more effective than lanterns? The idea for our next building is it's going to be a really, really skinny bottom. I don't think I'll even have much space to do anything besides going up. But you'll have it go up, and then up here is where it'll actually expand outwards a little bit. So we'll get rid of this roofing here, and it'll actually extend over with plaster, I'm thinking, so that we make it also look a bit more lively or homely. Because I feel like plaster breaks up the stone really well, and this place already has enough stone bricks. And then I'm also thinking about having it hang over the path as well, so that I can actually walk over the path and it doesn't get blocked or it doesn't get snowed on too much. So this is going to be a bit of a weird build. We're going to have 2 pillars and then in a hollow staircase just like this one. We'll have some storage on the bottom, but once you get up, that's when it'll open up. Surprisingly, our scribe actually got out of his room and stepped on some grass and also found some records of a new way to build roofs. So we'll be trying that out. If we don't like it, then we might switch. But for now, this is how we're going to build roofs. Oh, you can make it really slanted. Oh, this is honestly all I've been wanting to do. Like, I love what I've had to build, but I want a bit more variety. Oh, okay, then I hold shift. Oh. Oh. Okay, so this needs to be a little higher. Okay, yep. Control and then right click. Ah, I read the tutorial this time. I know how it all works. I can have my slanted roofs now. Oh. No, don't think about it. I'm not going to redo that roof. But bam, roof. About as curved as I would usually want my roofs to be. Like how I envision them and then how they actually come out is very different. And then we have an overhang. This is the inside. Just enough space to have 2 rows of crates, which I think is all I'll need. I hope. It's complete. You have the support beams. Those were a pain to do, especially diagonally. And then these ones as well. But then you have the wooden platform as well, which extends out. Then stone arches, which support the bottom. Don't know how structurally sound this would be in real life. Don't come sue me. Places that practice safety. You got the storage. We're going to have non-block related things. So like dry grass, sticks, and then the regular blocks like dirt, and then fire clay and whatnot on this side, I'm thinking. And then over here, we're going to start the smallest of the stones. So like pebbles or stones, sand, gravel. And all the way over here will be finished products like granite, ashlar blocks. And I think this just makes the whole place a lot more organized, and I like that. And then we have the cool down here. Yeah, much nicer, I think, at least. I don't know if I said this, but another reason why I'm thankful to be a blackguard is because I need to just burn through food. Like, we have so much of it now. I want to be able to eat all of it. Look at this. My poor turnips. They were spoiling, and they were in the cellar. Goodbye, old friends. Probably from my first harvest. After finishing the storage, I figured it was finally time to give everyone that could a chimney. The front of the ovens are actually covered by a chisel because I want to show people that HammerHold is fancy like that. Whoever's sleeping next to this chimney gets to be very toasty at night. I was recommended an idea to fix this, and I absolutely love it. And it was just to put it in the freaking center. And we just put it in. That looks so much better. I don't know why my brain just immediately thought, I need there to be 2 on each side. This looks so much better. A bit ethereal, which I kind of like actually. But it's so much better. I came here and for a second I was like, where is everything? It's all up here now. Oh, it's going to take a while to get used to. For our newest project, I was thinking of tearing this down, but honestly, it's been with us for such a long time, and I love the style, and everything about it I just love. This is before mods. It holds a special place in my heart. So we're going to leave it, but the plan is to expand this way because the scribe found 2 new methods of cooking we can use in the kitchen. which we're going to utilize. Add in the fire clay, 1 granite oven, baking spaces, and then 3 brick stone oven heat distributions. And if you're curious as to what this is, it should just be a giant oven, which will streamline our baking process. A little cramped, but the kitchen's always been cramped. And now we're going to finish up that spot. I'll need an iron cleaver, iron shears, and an iron knife. There you go, advanced butchering table. The butchering techniques we learned to mention using bags to transport bodies, not human ones, just animals, I think. So we're going to be using regular leather, not sturdy leather, because I'm a little bit traumatized by the last time I had to make sturdy leather. Okay, yeah, I definitely feel tankier and faster while wearing armor. That feels very nice. I'm liking being a blackguard so far. I'm glad the villagers have chosen that for me. Sorry, that was a bit random, but I wanted to show you what it's like to be a blackguard. Am I living up to their expectations? I don't know. But back to butchering. We're making hooks, upon which we put the animals to bleed them out. And thankfully, we had a very willing volunteer who was ready to help us in the name of science. Come up into an empty slot, so he just straight up goes into my backpack. Okay. What about something like chickens? After that experiment, I've learned that anything bigger than a chicken needs a butchering bag or will take up a backpack slot, and anything the size of a chicken can take up a regular slot. I think I also forgot to mention all the butchering equipment I've made is iron quality, so that should boost our harvesting efficiency to 120%, which I'm excited to try. Who knows, if I produce enough, I might even open up my own McVintage story and sell McGoat burgers with fried turnips. Wait, hold on, I have to skin them first. I'm gonna have to bring these up higher. I don't want to eat my goat when it's been digging in the ground. So now what do? I skin the creature. Okay, feathers. So I'll need to wait for it to bleed out. And then I chop it up. You know what? Sure, I'll become a vampire for a night. Can I drink it just raw? Give my character some disease or something. I also just had a small heart attack. Is this still a room? Oh, it is. Okay, thank goodness. If you don't know, Rooms and I do not have a good relationship in this game. Our chicken is ready. We put it here. Oh, I need a butcher knife. Doy. I can use a knife too? Oh, I can. That's fine. So 2 raw poultry. Pretty sure that's a bit rarer with regular chicken and harvesting. Let's try the bigger one. Oh my gosh. It's a bit, this is a bit graphic, isn't it? Oh, there's new parts. So raw prime meat. This means more learning, doesn't it? This is so cool. Adds a lot more depth. I'm gonna hopefully get more resources from animals. I can't wait until we harvest the pigs. Think about how many sausages we could make for the nut meat. And if you're curious about our new oven, based off what I know, this is the heat source. So you put the fuel in there. These disperse the heat from the heat source into these oven baking spaces, which I can put stuff on. So this is gonna be here as like a testament to our growth. But then this will actually be what we use like all the time. This will be, what is it called? Traditional, ornamental. And we're going to be placing these vertical or on the ceiling. That way if I have a chase scene, I can walk into here and it'll look creepy because all the bodies will be hanging. You know the scene I'm talking about from all the horror movies. Bit of a different experience now that I can actually carry the corpses. That makes me value the act of what I'm doing. Taking lives to feed my own. That's it. Yeah, no revelation, no lesson learned. It's just a bit more weight on my shoulders. Literally, it's in my bag. 4 chickens gave me 9 poultry. That is an insane yield. And I don't think they were even well fed. Not that I don't feed them well. It's just they have very fast metabolisms, these chickens. I'm not a bad owner. I'm so glad animals can't die from starvation. I feel much more immersed as well. Just holy cow, 10 from 4 chickens. I might actually use chickens as a permanent food source. Is that just me? Am I the only one who doesn't really use chickens as a food source in this game? Because to me, at least, they don't produce enough. Maybe I'm just greedy. I don't know if you guys remember, but in the last chapter, I talked about connecting everything. And this will be our first step. You see how there's a little trail already here? We're going to connect the beekeeping area to the orchard and then to the farms. I also plan to build another windmill just outside of the castle so that I can connect my mixer, mix things pretty quickly. But yes, first step, connecting everything. I'm going to make a trail going from the farm to the to the berry picking area and then connect that to over here and then have another trail go out north to the trees. I said I was going to do this in spring and maybe I should, but screw it. Unfortunately, our little hidden area will be a bit more visible, but honestly, if it's just me and I'm not trying to hide anything, that's perfectly fine. Here's our first section. We come out to the left, a small path here. You walk out, you come through here, you see the farm, little walkway. This will lead into the barn, which will then lead to the berry picking area, which I don't have enough stone path for, so let's get more. I don't know if you guys remember this mod, the stone quarry mod. It is a lifesaver. And I'm also really glad I cut around that iron fossil now because I forgot how much stone paths took. It's a whole stack for 16 blocks. A whole stack of these pebbles, I should say. Thank goodness for mods, honestly. Like, don't get me wrong, the vanilla experience was great. But mods just amplify that. Like, it's having a great meal with an even greater beverage. Wow, that is taking up a lot of time. It is February 9th. I started like in the middle of February. But now we're going to be adding some paths between the trees and the orchard. And then finally bringing this around. And I might even bring a path all the way around. So we'll have a path that goes everywhere, basically. Oh my gosh, we've cleared out all the top blocks. These all used to have a second layer. I don't want to cut more stone, even if it's the easy way. Come on, stone paths. We're almost done. Holy crap. Okay, we're done. So I added trails to the orchard. Added trails near the beekeeping area because everything's flowers, so I can't really even get in there. Added trails to the cattails, the fields in between the stairs and everything, so I can go up and down pretty easily. Little trail follows around the outer wall that we have there. Goes to the berry picking, goes to the quarry, connects here. I like it. We're going to add a little water source that goes all the way down and like powers our sawmill maybe. I don't know how we'll do it. But then we also have a trail going all the way up to the trees. I didn't connect all of them because... maybe I'll do that. But then I have another trail that goes all the way around, goes around our holy place. Hammer time. It took a lot longer than it should have. Honestly, I don't know. It took a lot longer than I thought it would, I should say. I don't know about should have, because I have a steel shovel, and I broke one of mine. So I'm on my second steel shovel now. Maybe my third. But holy cow. Okay. Everything's connected. All we gotta do now is make things a little pretty. I was like, why are there so many drifters? And then it's apocalyptic. I forgot this was a rift activity level. It's been so long. But it doesn't really matter either. Imagine if the butcher mod allowed me to bring back drifters and cut them up. Be like, I want
your temporal gears.
Jeez. Now I'm working on making this place look a lot nicer, so we're going to be using the ferns that we used to plague this area, turn them into actual like little road pathways, or like they'll be on the side of the roads, or paths that go between the tree lines. And then we're going to bring the trees down one level just so it's a little easier to shear things. And this is all it is, so I'm not going to put you through it. Unless you wanted to. But even if you want to, I'm not going to put you through it. So, here we go. Bye-bye. Weird little thing I just found out. If you destroyed them while they have snow, when you plant them back down, they have snow. It's not like anything game-breaking, but that's cool. Alright, yeah, that looks a bit promising. And if the trees are grown, they'll have like a little bit of an overhang. It'll look nice enough. Just to make this place out here look a little less... untamed. Whoa, I think I found a holy tree. That's an insanely interesting glitch. No, look away. I will not fall into temptation. Made the executive decision to replace my bed with the one I made because 9.5 hours is nice, but I'm also kind of ruining my sleep schedule with it. It's 7. I wanted to wake up at 6. And I don't really know if jumping out of bed whenever works because whenever I jump out of bed, time still passes until like a few hours later. So maybe I'm just slow. I don't know. Probably could have used the chisel blocks for paths, huh? Maybe I'll change the main road. We'll make it look like the Romans. The nice patterned, tiled thing, you know? Because infrastructure is what started humanity. Besides agriculture. Kind of. I'm just spouting nonsense. I don't know if that's true, but I remember that kind of sounding true in history class. A long time ago in a galaxy very, very far away. The new building we added pops out kind of nicely. Adds a bit more diversity to up there than just a roof and then towers. Also finished up adding the catmint to the farms because I completely forgot to do that. And after putting down the roads, I was reminded to. And then I forgot about it. And then now I'm doing it again because I didn't forget this time. But if you're curious as to what these are for, they're not for anything special related to farming. They're just to break it up. Make the place seem a less plain. I'm so glad I left this behind. I was thinking to myself, how many stacks do I have? And then I walked over. I'm like, oh, hey, look at that. Past Josh knows what might happen to future Josh. I've come to realize why I don't like the look of my farm too much. I think it's because we're missing some trees. It's too flat. It's too no trees. So we're going to have trees at like each of these little corners. And hopefully that adds in some life. Bit of decoration. Something to break up the monotony. That's the word, monotony. I like doing that with my builds. Breaking up monotony with randomness. Usually doesn't work. Sometimes it does though. I stopped working on the pathing outside and we're gonna instead update the pathing on the inside. So we're gonna be using fanned granite cobblestone because I want to look like the Romans. And that's it. Yeah, inside looks nice now. We look like an actual castle, not just a little muddy estate. I think after I'm done with this project, I'll be done making roads for a while. I think I've been looking at the ground for the past few hours in real life. Oh yeah, that looks so sleek. Stone for flooring. Oh, I like that so much. I see one. Come on, tell me I can put you on my butchering table. For science. I'm wearing the armor. I'm made of you. You remember Jeffrey? You won't be getting revenge today. Oh, in fact, you won't even get a hit off. Okay, that was a little disappointing. Okay, let's see this. I might need to bring down these barrels a little bit. For anyone who uses the butchering mod, don't worry. I do figure out eventually that you need buckets for the blood collection, not barrels. No, it's okay. We'll have... We'll make sure the blood comes directly from the bear. Will I get 2 pelts from you? No, that's too much, isn't it? Okay, yep, just 1. Yeah, did you see that though on the inside? Can you... Is it always looked like that? There's like a bit of a pink there. 2 hours. Ew, you can tell the fat too. I just realized, why don't we just bring a... What is it called? An axle all the way down from at the top of there. Because I'm not using that tower. It's a little dorm tower for soldiers. All the way down to the kitchen. I was going to make a tower there, but that makes much more sense. The only problem is that I'm a little bit rusty with how gears work. But let's get this done. I think it's 3 wide, isn't it? We'll expand this way. You'll see. I really need to show you guys me making this. The basic sails up. Oh no, that's an awkward spot for the axle to come through. Butcher break. All right, bear, you're getting butchered. Okay, half decent amount. Let's get back to using my brain. Coming all the way down from the tower. It comes out and then comes back down to go underneath here. And I'm trying to make it work with a clutch. It's working just fine. My problem is I need to put down this large wooden gear. So that means it's going to extrude out of the castle. We're going to make what I usually do to solve my problems, which is like usually a very atrocious looking little bulge. And hopefully it's not too noticeable. But this here, it's running, transmission, or the clutch engages. And now it'll mix. Oh my gosh. It's March. That took way too long. At this point, that should be my catchphrase when it comes to this game. I've also started working on something which I think will be a great addition to HammerHold. Another great addition is Adachi, who will be replacing Hermione and her traitorous friends. Hermione and them left me. Adachi, if you ever ask about what happened to the previous trader and the people that lived here, well, just don't. You can get trade back up and going. Adachi should live here. Yes, 1 trader. You hear that, Hermione? I said trader, not traitor. I think the idea for these towers, the outer towers, that they'll mainly be made out of granite, cobblestone, as well as dry stone. And then towards the bottom will be more ashlar blocks. Just to show that though we do have it protected, it's not to like the highest extent as the main keep of HammerHold. Or Wallstone Keep. Wallstone Keep is probably the most built out of bricks. Definitely for low reasons and not because I just didn't have enough of other blocks for texturing. I'm thinking to make the towers look a little bit more lived in as well. We're going to add plaster to the top, similar to the keep. So we'll have the actual castle. We'll have some battlements that lead like outside. And then we'll have like in rings, I should say, in floors. And then the very top will be a living space. A dormitory for soldiers. That definitely exists. Little snack break. I wanted to eat a whole cheese wheel, but I realized I can't eat it by itself. Instead, I'm just going to place them down, slice them, because I can't eat them all at once, like in the giant pie. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll eat this one soon. I can feel the cheese clotting my veins. Is this power? Or just high cholesterol? Time for a cheese wheel while I'm up on my scaffolding. I'm so glad I don't have gravity enabled. That's a good cheese wheel. I think I mentioned this earlier about having a little stream go through the area, but here it is. We're going to say it comes from the Valnot, providing life throughout our little industrial zone. We're going to break this. It'll go down. Should lead through. Get that out of there. Oh, I'll need more buckets. And then it'll come down through and then around to outside. I'll have it lead to this little pond area. Be free, my little sewer system. My little water system. Sewer. My little water system. Here we go. The top cover will be made out of mud bricks because I might as well keep the aesthetic. We're gonna have it open up here and just chisel out like a little water wheel since they don't exist yet, I don't think, at least. Here's our little water wheel. It definitely reaches the water and it definitely was not ripped off of my saw. It goes through here. The little axles are all hidden so you can't see it. I don't want you learning my trade secrets, okay? It's nothing personal. And then it goes through to the other side so it's balanced. I don't know if water wheels actually work like this in real life, but I'm just doing that because it looked a little wrong. I mean, the whole thing looks wrong, but I'm making it work with what I have. And if you look down here, it all connects. It's frozen for now, but we'll just say it's thawing. And then there's even like a little grate there for the water to come out of. Yeah, as long as there's no urukai with explosive bombs, we should be okay. Because no one has ever breached the wall. None. I was going to have this little bit where I was super mad because you can't put sausages inside pies, but you can. You just can't make them cooked and put them in the pie. Like, duh, you're always cooking pies raw. So expect some sausage pies soon. Yes, bake my pies. And that one polished rock. Ah, that was supposed to disappear by now. Now they'll know I litter in my own kitchen. Speaking of baking, I'm going to be trading the villagers bread from now on. No more meat for them. I don't know why I was giving them such a valuable commodity. I think part of me is scared of giving them anything related to grains because I use the grains for the animals. But screw it. They get carbs. No more balanced diet for them. Not that meat is healthy by itself, but still. You got me. I just want an excuse to use this. It's just so satisfying. Like you just put in the wood and it just works. It spreads all the way through. You know what? I have to. We're going to connect this to there. Say it's like one connected chimney. We're going to make little holes, which will definitely actually link up. And then one here. And we'll even do like that. Bam. And you know what? We'll go even further. We'll do the same to these ones. And I'll copy it. And that all definitely links to a proper chimney. Just adds a bit more immersion. Kinda. I don't know how this would actually function in real life, how smoky this room would actually be or not. Maybe my character's just having a fever dream and he died of carbon dioxide poisoning a long time ago. And I don't know if you guys know this, but the best time to kill tamed animals is at night. Because they won't fight back, they won't run, and they won't squeal. I was going to say something witty alongside this, but now it just feels a bit wrong. Maybe I'm one of those knights who would die in stories because I only fight honorably. This feels very wrong. This is too easy now. All the kids are going to wake up with just their dad and none of their moms and be like, where did mom go? Look at what happened to your mom, Timmy. This is what happened. They're going to be in my belly. We'll have to do like a survey or like a research study. Does vintage story make you sadistic? Evil?
Bloodthirsty?
I've been thinking about a really complex system in order to help me remind myself when it comes to beekeeping and farming. I'm going to put up a sign. So, currently housing 28 bee skeps. Because every time I need to replace everything after harvesting, I'm like, okay, how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's just too inconvenient. And I plan to leave a sign here as well. I'm going to start going by days of the year. So if April 3rd is the day I can start planting, then I'm going to leave that as a sign. And then as the last day I can plant stuff, which I think was like September or something in the last chapter of our story. Where did I put this? Right here behind the... in a place where I can't find it, just so I can screw myself over in the future. I love messing around with future Josh. He's stupid. I'm assuming it's going to be April 3rd. But again, I don't know if it changes per year or if it's a set schedule. I feel like a set schedule wouldn't make sense. But I'm not a game dev, so you know what? I don't know. People are going to break in and they're going to see all these barrels of blood and they're going to think, vampire! Burn him at the stake! And I'll just be like, oh, wait, ah! Terra Preta expansion. Whole year and I only made like 48 blocks. Get off my property, you wee. As of right now, April 4th is our safe day when it comes to planting, unless your name is Onion. Planting. If you're curious about the guard tower, it is currently on hold. I went to go get more materials for it, so that meant more sand because I need plaster. And I found some gravel, so I figured, why not? What do you mean you don't want to watch me shovel gravel for hours? You don't think this is fun? Okay, fine. I'll skip it just for you. Babies are born. Meat time. Nom 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 nom. Currently waiting for lime to finish cooking so we can make plaster. And while we're doing that, I think it's time we start mining at the Dumbum Loon. I forgot what it was called. The Dumbum Falloon. Yes, I think it's time we start mining at this iron skeleton. Or Josh here, that sounded very wrong. I don't know what past Josh was thinking. Is it said more like Dumbum Falloon? Mining away. This is like half the reason why I'm glad to be promoted to a blackguard. I can actually chase down bowthorns now. While I'm in plate armor before, it was pretty embarrassing, honestly. I kind of wish I'd lit this place up. It's kind of terrifying to look at. What's that one fear? The fear of the unknown, like when you look into an ocean and it's just the depths staring back at you. That's exactly the vibe I'm getting right here. I'm only a little bit helped because I can see a little locust with his beady little eyes looking back at me. Quick little session. That looks very nice. In fact, my lime's not even done cooking yet. Oh my gosh. I thought that was a long time. I guess not. Before we went back into the mines, I figured I needed nutritious snacks. And I had clean offal as well as blood. And I had some spare chicken. So that meant blood sausages, okay? We're not getting away from the topic of sausages. I'm going to try and include it in every chapter we have. The only downside was that I couldn't use my new ovens, but that's okay. That's just what happens when you have a lot of technology converging into the same playthrough. But anyways, introducing blood sausages. Since we were making blood sausages, I figured it was finally time to also make pies with dried sausages in them. So here they are. They're pretty insane. That's basically 6,000 saturation. But yes, sausages can be used. Let's go. I didn't make them just for nothing. And with the butchering mod, I'm going to get more consistent amounts of fat as well. These are going to be the fattiest pies I've made. I'm honestly a bit too excited. These are going to be great for long distance journeys. The butcher mod does have smoking as part of it, but I don't think we're going to be working with it, mainly because that's a lot. That's a lot of hooks to make. I don't want to make that many hooks. So, butcher mod creator, if you ever see this, you don't need to change it. I'm just lazy. Nom 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 nom. Sausage. I can't wait to store this phallic object inside the nut meat. Actually, there was a new idea. This is where I do small batches of barreled items like pickled vegetables and cheese. It's also located right between the kitchen and the nut meat. And I was told to call this place the nut sack because that's what we do for the cheese, right? After it's been curdled, we put it inside a linen bag or linen sack. And then we, you know, turn it into cheese with some salt because we squeeze it and whatnot. And I think that is a lovely name. So this area will be called the nut sack. I'm both horrified and just filled with glee that I decided to choose the walnut as our holy tree. There have been so many creative names. I love it. These are amazing. And we are going to display these very, very nutritiously packed pies. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. What is it? What is it? What is it? What are you? It's a female. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not killing this one. We're going to keep both of them to increase my chances of future generations. If I've learned one thing, you don't kill off the parents unless it's chickens or pigs because they can give birth to multiple kids quite easily. Unlike you goats, you're lazy. You guys only choose to have one kid at a time. Ugh, amateurs. Surprisingly, we're getting through the iron deposit in Doombum Falloon quite quickly, so I'm going to leave a portion of it here to commemorate what we've taken from the earth. Thank you for fueling my war machines. So most of the mining has looked like, by the way. And just like that, all the iron is gone. It's only been a day since I started mining, but Agnieszka did tell me how uncanny it was the Blackguard were when it came to mining, so maybe their power runs through my veins now too. The iron fossil has amounted to a full crate and a little bit more of rich hematite. Nice. Forgot how much fun it was waiting to fill up the boomeries. That's right, boomery. That's a coined Josh term. The beacons are lit. The beacons are lit. Ah, the bloomeries of HammerHold are lit once more. This is a lot of bloomeries, the holy crap. Okay, you've convinced me. We'll use the kneader, the mixer, put in the lard, put in the sausages. That's not how you do it. Who am I? I don't know how to make sausages. Guys, the real me has been kidnapped. He needs help. Funnily enough, it's not the hammers that would drive me crazy. It'd be this mixer. For some reason, this little ping it makes just strikes at something within my soul. So for once, I added a transmission and clutch to my axle system. No, I'm gonna have 16 left. Quickly, cook them and eat them before they go. We eat all the leftovers here in HammerHold to remember our humble beginnings of running away from drifters and getting my butt beat by pigs. This is what it looks like from inside the courtyard. It's all covered off now, because this is where the axle goes through. This is what it looks like on the outside. Let's fix this little abomination I made. The goal is just to make it look a little bit more purposeful. Yeah, I think we can get away with that. Editor Josh here. Notice how he said get away with it and not proud of. Big difference. Oh, yep, I left this all open. Of course I did. You know what? It's serviceable. Nothing great, but at this point with, you know, my very nice way of mixing things up and not keeping things symmetrical, I think that's the best I'm gonna get. This part of iron boomeries is my favorite part. Seeing all the iron come out. Off topic, but I made some orange, silverware? No, that's not right. Dishes? Tableware. I made orange tableware. Yeah, because we're fancy like that. And yes, I'm still working on the outer tower. Just someone's procrastinating. Not gonna say who. I lied. We're gonna make these outer towers a little fancy too. They're gonna have nice edges. I just can't not do it anymore. It's like I've been conditioned by myself to keep up this integrity, this pattern. Plus, I mean, I kind of have to, right? I'm like legally obligated to. If I'm playing vintage story, I gotta put more effort into my builds. If chiseling's there and available, I kind of feel like I have to. This is the upper part. This will be the base floor. I think we'll have 2 floors, maybe 3. I don't know how much I want to decorate. So this is the uppity upper floor. I gotta chisel the floors a bit. I didn't need as much plaster as I thought. And all that's left is a roof with our new technology. All right, guys, who wants to become a sausage? Oh, you do? Okay, perfect. Moments like this, I appreciate the butchering technology even more because the moving the bodies to harvest is a lot easier, especially when breaking the bones. Usually I accidentally smack one and then they'd fight me and then I would lose some HP. Then I'd cry because I'd have memories of the first time I got killed. It was by a pig. Oh my gosh, am I getting attacked already? It's ready to pay. Okay, I died. Oh, pigs drop ivories. Can be sold to certain traders. Okay. You don't need me to fall in love with you anymore. butchering mod. You've already gotten my heart, now you're just gonna steal it. Timoth, you do buy these, holy cow. You have a ton of gears. Demand of 4. Dang! That's more than I would make selling anything else. Ooh, a saddle blanket? I have to. I have to live up to the name. Thank you, Timoth. Thankfully, some shepherds did show up on our doorstep, otherwise I would have completely forgotten to recruit them. We have 3 now, including a trader. So 4 people. We're growing again. Look, Magda, it isn't that bad to live here, okay? You don't need to look too sad. She's like, oh, why did they send me to this village? I didn't say I wanted this village. Anything but this village. All right, buddy, let's saddle you up. Ooh. All right, stylish, black, sleek, very rigid? That's not the word. Very serious. It's kind of cool seeing the, what is it called, framework? Feels much more immersive. After all the boomeries were done, 422 iron blooms. That's 422 steel ingots. Jeez. I might just spend all the next winter forging. HammerHold. I don't know why I didn't think about this, but why don't I just turn this into a frickin', yeah. Oh my gosh, maybe because of that. Too much water! Don't worry, I fixed it by adding an inner ring. No clue how that fixed it, but it works now. And this new stone barrel means I no longer have to look behind me to refill my water bucket when adding water to the cauldron. I know. Revolutionary idea, isn't it? Ooh, Christmas. This is what the tower looks like from afar. A bit flatter than what I would have hoped for, but I think we just need to make the top a bit taller. For the tower, we've added a little, like, extrusion, which is one of the little things I want to add. This will be a few places for beds, maybe. Maybe not, because I wouldn't want my soldiers to be sleeping, and if we get hit by a trebuchet, then they will all just die. Plus, it's made out of plaster, not a actual stone. So yeah, second floor. First floor, yeah, it's hanging off the edge just a bit. I think it's a bit too flat and monotonous though, so we're going to add to it. There we go. Little battlements on the outside. Yeah, cabbages. Just a sneak peek for some of the ideas I have. Might be a pain, might even fail, but I have a pantograph now. Should be a lot easier than those freaking arches I did. Ah, I said it. Quickly, script it. And then I think we put a pillar at the bottom. Make it more sturdy. Part of me wishes this was perfectly horizontal, but I like this curvature. Let's try it out as a defensive structure. Enemy spotted, sir. Kill it! It's got on underneath the bridge, sir. It's our weak spot. Hey, no mind. Just get the shot in. You suck. Not sad. I mean, cheese. I don't know if trees would mess with farmland if you had them this close, especially like the roots and whatnot. But I think this looks nicer. A bit of shade. Oh, look at that. Everyone's come to worship. It's hammer time. That's what we call the worship of any holy relics in HammerHold, by the way. Ugh, that doesn't look right. That's too fat. You have to chisel it down even more. But you look great. Oh. The trees block the rain from getting to the crops. Looks like you're all getting pruned. You ready to become really skinny? I hope so. Spelt. So I may or may not have nearly broken my bardiche because it auto-switched from my axe and I wasn't really paying attention while I was chopping down the trees. Or at least the leaves. So we're going to have to retire it. I have used it in every temporal storm, so it's honestly lost durability very quickly. I think a good place to put it would be right next to our Blackguard armor. Right there. Yeah. I think we switch back to the spear for now. Now the trees are done. Don't ask about that one. It grew out a little bit, so now it's got a leaf bikini, or a leaf kini, if you will. When I was making these trees, I was kind of thinking of like Italy. I feel like I see these types of trees a lot there. But there you have it, Farm 2.0. Jeez, just want to say again how much I love the chisels technology we've learned. And I think from now on I'm going to refer to mods as technology just to keep us all a bit more immersed. For this one, I copied it all over and I went like back and forth and back and forth. But this one, I forgot the wedge existed. I need to stop doing that. How did I make my stuff in the past? I've decided to keep the little mini arch pillars that we have, as well as a big pillar in the bottom to support it. As long as this doesn't collapse, our berry picking hut should be okay. Here's the roof. It's a low slant and then goes up. I want it to be more angular or gradual. I want it to go up further, a bit taller like this, but I can't get the ridges to work. And I don't know if I'm doing it right. And I also only have one block to work with like this. So we're just going to go with a little bit of a sad finish at the top. Not as tall as I would like it, but you know what? That's fine. Who's even going to see the top of here anyways? Oh, is that how it works? I don't know enough about this technology, so I'll probably have to research it some more in the future because I thought it would automatically just bring it up as high or as slanted as I wanted, but maybe not. I'll have to chisel the insides a bit, finish it. Yeah, you got the walkway. I'm not going to have these be proper battlements like down there because I think if you're this high up, you can kind of just like hide behind and you wouldn't have to fear getting shot down by arrows. But As with all the battlements and everything I've created, it's all just in preparation of an unknown foe I'm just fighting against. Finishing this outer tower and arch bridge is also really exciting because having a series of interconnected towers seems like the perfect fit for all the hills surrounding the main keep. And now we have a physical proof of concept, which I quite enjoy. There is also a little lake which I'm hoping to connect with the other 2 bodies of water nearby so we can have a little port area. More structural flavor for Nottingham, if nothing else. I don't know how practical these would be as like an actual defense, because as the attackers, all you would have to do is attack the pillars at the bottom, and this would become much weaker. But for aesthetic, I think it's a nice vibe. I mean, just look at that. I've kind of gone from a semi-believable medieval fortress to, I think, a bit fantasy-esque with this kind of build. I'm enjoying myself. I really like how this tower came out as well. But yeah, there we go. Northeast Watchtower. Also, don't ask me about the insides. I still have no idea how I want to decorate them. But I will get to work on those eventually. Just realized I really am like a bear now. My armor breaking down a bee's skep for their honey. You know what, let's try seeing how farmers work. Ah, you spawned in a tavern. Hay for the livestock. What? You're a shepherd. I've never seen you leave this place. Do you know how to path out of here? Some cheese. Oh, they can give cheese. That's actually a really good trade. The last place I know would be in the guardhouse. Ah, haha. I provide 10 meat, you can offer me some seeds. Ah. Carrot seeds. I don't eat carrots. You know what? Maybe you get to stay trapped up here, Bernadetta. Oh, I forgot to harvest these chickens. You guys think the vintage story gods take burnt offerings? I hope so. Oh, great vintage story deities, give me power. One about memory would be nice. Super useful, actually. Berry picking season always makes me feel a little bit better. But bam! 3rd archway. I love my arches, if you haven't noticed. So this one does connect to the main keep, which means if this were ever to get overrun, that'd be dangerous. But don't worry, it's a very thin walkway, so that means it'd be like a one-on-one combat. And at the very end here, it's all wood, so we can easily just break it off. Stone, maybe a bit harder, but it shouldn't and does not contribute to the structural integrity of the keep. If anything, getting rid of that will just make the rest of that fall. In my head, I have no idea how physics actually works. Cherry trees get ripe hella quick. Do I even want cherry trees? Weren't these like pretty crappy cherries? Let's see how much they act as compost at least. Oh, the base of this tower is actually going to end up square. Okay. I don't think I like that, so we're going to break it out just one. We'll have an arch connecting to the inner courtyard, and then it'll go to the a tower over there, and then a tower from there will go to, I'm guessing, that little part right there of Pound Town. I don't know if I'll finish all of them in this year, but I have enough time, so I might. The only problem is that I'm nearly out of stone, so I'll need to do a lot more stone cutting. So if a month just skips in the top left, it's because I've just been stone cutting. Every time it rains or storms, I just do a bit of hammer time, pray my wooden roofs do not get caught on fire, and hope for the best. I'm also going to start making candied pears because we have a lot, and I am definitely not drinking all the perry I possibly can. I don't really go down to Forge Wall Ale much, so candied food it is. 40 liters of pear juice turns into 10 liters of pear syrup portions, and for every 0.1 pear syrup portion, I get 1 candied fruit. So that's 100 candied fruit just right there. And it's plus 1 HP. I have to dry age a sausage to get those kind of stats. Okay, cavities, here we come. Oh, that's great. Oh, now I want sweets in real life now. The sweetest of treats. Eating them will make you feel better than ever. I do feel great. Expires in 3.7 years. I'm gonna hide a candy stash in my own cellar. Put it in a place where I'll have to really work to get to. That way I'll know I really want to eat it by the time I get there. It's been raining for a few days. Maybe my prayer just ended up pissing them off. They're gonna flood the world now. Maybe we should build a boat. This is the kind of gradual roof I wanted. Haha! I think we can just go straight from here, building the arch bridge. Right over the orchard. Ooh, that might be a problem. That's tomorrow Josh's problem. One thing I didn't want to admit but will anyways is that I'm excited to be moving off from the axe. Yes, I know I'm wearing Viking inspired armor, so that means I'm legally bound to praise the axe, but since it still acted as a tool rather than a weapon, I would more often than not break blocks I didn't mean to instead of skulls, which was usually my main goal. Support beams. This is why nobody likes you. I don't know if anyone remembers from year 4, but this goat is also being weird and it's eaten 13 portions. Is it just this goat? I'm not getting this problem with the pigs. I don't need any more problems for animal husbandry that I don't already have because of animal husbandry, as in, it's already been a pain trying to get them, okay? Ever since the start, you goats have been against me. I wanted to keep being transparent with you. I'm pretty sure the Forgotten Armory mod, which my armor comes from, got updated because I noticed I was moving a lot faster than I should, and yep, black squares. So in celebration of honesty, I'm letting you know I just spawned in a new set of armor because there's no way you're going to get me to voluntarily forge another set if it wasn't directly lost by my own actions. If I had died and lost it, I'd be fine with that. If I had accidentally forgotten it somewhere and I don't remember, I'd be fine with that. But this wasn't directly caused by me. Well, technically, I am the one who installed the mod, made the armor, and then lost it because the mod got updated, but that's a discussion for another time. The game even balances it for me a little bit. The new set came as if it had been worn and torn, with negatives to its temperature, which was literally one of the only reasons I chose this armor set, so I'll have to figure out how to repair the temperature. I'm assuming a regular repair will do the job.
I'm heading down the mine, and there's a dead corpse of a deer of some sort, and there's another one over here. So either they spawned... No, they definitely fell. Looks crushed, yeah.
Getting deers to fall to their death was not on my bingo card for year 5, but I guess the Doom Bomb Balloon has 2 uses now. What can I say? I'm a genius inventor. Pink apples. Probably gonna swap them all out with pears.
Ah, screw it. Let's get rid of them. I like how the pink apples look, but imagine if this was all pears. Plus, in real life, I like pears a lot more than apples because I'm actually like a little allergic to apples. They give me like lumps in my throat when I eat them.
Plus that road down there, it's called Pear Beer Alley. I'm obligated to, legally, some would say.
Full stack of cherries just turns into 16 rot.
It's been a minute since we saw Tad, but let's get ourselves some more storage vessels again. No, you only have one of each, never mind. Tad, more like... disappointment. I'm about to say something that's blasphemous to my own ideology when it comes to building, but it's a lot easier to build when you've mapped things out and it's in a straight line. Who would have thought? Unfortunately, the support pillars for the bridge did end up going on top of my trail, but we've added these little archways that would definitely not ruin the integrity of these towers so that you can walk underneath them on the trail in the orchard. And that's how I've solved the problem. I just don't know how it's going to be to harvest those leaves. Hopefully not too crappy. Piggies, Generation 8. Yay. Oh, it's going to take so much wood. For style. And we're done. I've opened a little entrance here. It's going to be doorless, but it will have a little drawbridge, which I guess if we were ever to get breached, we would just cut these lines, the door would fall down, and people would have to jump for it. Or we could also collapse the wooden platform here. I don't know. This is all just pretend for fun as well. Just ideas of what could theoretically happen. But yeah, this one's done. I plan to have one more over there, and then one more crypt between those two towers. Let's see what it looks like from the ground. That adds some vibe to the area. I don't know how these would actually work in real life. I think this one's a bit too tall. This one I think is just perfect. Or maybe that one's just perfect in terms of how high the bottom support is. First arch done, baby. And don't tell anyone I said this, but I love straight lines. They're nice. Starting to appreciate them more than my randomized building. Just getting more stone. We're like halfway there now, man. I'll need some time to figure out. Same response. Okay, cool. You know the drill. If we saw Tobias, that means we were headed back home. This time I grabbed some more lore books, some of my favorite rot, the gambeson I was wearing when I beat the latest chapter of the game, and some tier 3 refractory bricks crafted from leftover materials, as well as my first copper anvil. My beloved. For once I explored the outskirts of my old keep instead of just looting it and found that fruit trees get bigger than what mine currently are. This legitimately surprised me as I, for some reason, didn't think they got bigger than the 1 block extrusion from the tree stem. This is also bad news because I don't think I made my orchard wide enough for trees of this caliber, but say it with me, that's future Josh's problem. It's so much fun screwing them over. I got one last thing I wanted to do. I've never tried it before. Okay, you can't carve him. That's good to know. Ew, look at that arch. Oh yeah, it's all starting to come together. Look at that. Is that just me? Am I the only one who likes arches like this? Got back home, placed down my beloved anvil, this thingy which I definitely prize. Yep, that thing. And a large olivine crystal, which is important because these were basically what helped us create steel in the first place. And we put the legendary gambeson on an armor stand in the Hall of Heroes. I said an armor stand. There we go, the bookshelves look a bit fuller. Cooking days are like a nice time to just sit back and relax. Especially when I'm making sausages. I was also recommended to dye, not the one that'll put me 6 feet under, but the one with colors, which is a fantastic idea. I'm gonna go with purple because I love royal purple, but also due to purple being a color only the richest of people can make back in the olden days. Unless I'm completely wrong and that information was just misinformation. But I'm pretty sure that's right. 25 liters of pear syrup portion. Come with me. I really hope this is enough to finish the rest of the arch bridges. Nom 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 nom. I have to. It's bugging me too much. These are too skinny, these pillars. There we go. Don't know if it would work in real life, but now it's 2x2 blocks supporting the bottom instead of a 1x2. I kind of realized
I can't really work with dyes and cloth that well because I'm a blackguard. And most of these require the clothier trait. Clothier. I don't know how you say that.
Clothier.
So I guess I can have purple chairs. Never mind, I need more danted cloth, which comes from diluted alum, which comes from regular alum that is crushed, which I don't have. Instead of hyperfixating on finding alum in the earth, I'm going to occasionally check I think it was a luxury trader that lives near Nadia and hope they sell it, and then we can have fancy purple chairs. I lied, it was a commodities trader. And there's one right there. First time checking, he didn't have it. We'll come back in a few days. So much candy. Since I stopped making the dumb decision of killing every goat that wasn't the highest generation, I now have 2 goats that have given birth recently, which means 2 buckets of milk a day, which means so much more. Jeez, we're almost done. Remember earlier when I was talking about when to plant? So I've figured out I can harvest 3 times on Terra Preta for any crop. And then for regular soil, it's 2 harvests unless it's onions or turnips. But I'm not trying to do turnips anymore because they kind of feel a little too easy. So we're going to be doing onions instead. Plus onions use a different vitamin to that of cabbages and flax. My only real problem is I want to grow spelt, which conflicts with cabbages, but that's fine. That's a problem for future Josh. Guess who made their 2nd pair of homespun clothes? I know, I'm such a pro. I also made leather boots. I feel really bad for my Seraph. I've made him live such a frugal life. I'm just teasing him. He spends all year getting resources, working his butt off, and then I just forget to equip him with it. This is roofed. That is roofed, and we even have another gate over here as well. This leads to the guardhouse. Same idea with the gates. You can drop them, we can break them, hold, bring them back up in case these outer towers were ever breached. This is a really nice view. I just want to say, it's been hard because I don't have the nicest view from inside the castle, but having a walkway just like this, I can appreciate the little bay we have, which leads into the lake. So is that really even a bay, or do bays only apply to oceans? Looks so nice on the main page too. It just extends our territory even further. If there are enemy forces and they didn't have anything capable of breaking our pillars, we could just fire arrows upon them and watch the horizon better. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Went back to him a 2nd time and he still didn't have anything, so I'm probably just going to show you him when he actually does have something. Oh, look at that view. Don't do it. You know what happened to Jeffrey, right? I'm known and feared amongst your circles at this point. Yeah, that's right, walk away. Let me appreciate my arches. Since the arches are done, there's one last thing I wanted to do. And we're gonna make hammer time, as in our holy place, fully complete with one last addition. Excuse me, sir. All I'll have to do, to my knowledge, is make a mold, and do a very convoluted process, but it should lead to something interesting. Probably some of the most intense clay forming I've ever done. Just a bit of a fun factor if anyone wants a reference. I've been forging for 10 hours, I have 4 forges and hellhammers swinging at a moderate speed, and I've made roughly 76 iron ingots. Back to what I was talking about, I don't know how much I'll need, but I will need to chisel down an iron ingot because I don't want to go find some brass or bronze or make any of that. Iron is what I have, so we'll just use a more expensive item because I'm lazy. But I don't know if this will be enough. We have to make a tiny variant, which then gives us a book, which then will let us make a big version, which I already made the mold for, which you saw earlier. I might start leaving 2 boars alive. I'm having problems where some sows, they're called, not sows, but I've gone too far to call them anything else. But some sows just get pregnant too late and it disrupts the breeding cycle, and I just don't like to wait. So hopefully more boars will speed up the process. Come on guys, get excited. I've made another backpack and it's still not enough space. I've killed 15 and there's still more boars to kill. Prosperity. Ooh, 10. Can you guess what I'm using it for? And if you think I'm doing a lot at the end of the year, it's because I am. Okay, arches took up a ton of my brain, like 110% of it matter. So I'm doing all these things that I wanted to do then, now. And don't worry, for those of you screaming at me through the screen, I remembered and figured out that iron bits can't just be smelted. You need to put them in the boomeries. So we are going to be doing some alloys, which should be fun. Back to the 10 ingots I made. We're going to use an iron finishing chisel, which I don't use much at all. I should probably use polished blocks more, but I don't. Need a bit of glass. 16 resin total because each one costs 8, and I want to make 2 of them. I also want it to be made out of walnut, so we're going to be using walnuts. Yes, meat freezers. Haha! My excuse for us now using freezers compared to past Josh saying it wasn't medieval enough is that we're no longer in the Dark Ages. We're in, like, the dimly lit ages. Plus, someone said that ice was used, so, you know, I'm just going to trust you. Oh, hold up. I didn't think it would actually open. Oh my gosh, is it just 1 by 1? Oh, I can't put the whole thing in there. Okay. That's the whole... that's it? Am I being too greedy? Prime meat, yes. Sausages? Only raw meat can be placed in this freezer. No, the sausages can't go inside. That's fine though. That gives us plenty of time to start to actually use the meat instead of panicking and always making sausages. I'm not gonna lie. I've been a bit stressed throughout this whole year, trying to keep
sausages from spoiling, and on the record so far, only one sausage has gone spoiled, and that's because I didn't use it in a recipe, and I just didn't want to eat it, so I threw it away. I know, I'm no longer the sausage king. You can dethrone me. I'm sorry, I apologize. But yeah, we're gonna start using freezers. Might as well. And I'm gonna put all the hide in the same corner because that just maximizes our space. And there is a mountain nearby with some ice. I was thinking about getting some from home. I might on a future trip, but for now, that's where I'll get my ice. That's insane though, 20 days. It took me a lot longer than I'd like to admit, but here we go. 700 units of tin bronze. Pour it in. Now we wait. Take it out of the mold. We have ourselves a tin bronze bell, which we then combined with some leather and parchment, which I made a long time ago to things. And now we can actually make a book called The Transcripts of a Foundryman. Everything I need to know about making bells. I have to place the book on the ground. Huh. The fake bell, casting pit, casting procedure. This is cool. You can actually read the book. Each page makes a certain type of bell, and I want to make a large one, so we need to go back out into the mines. Get some more alloys. But I'm quite sure I had leftover alloy components at my first keep, so we checked there first. So we might as well grab some ice too. Oh, that's right. Iron meteorites. I forgot these existed. Oh, please, please, please be enough. 1,500 units. 1,500. Perfect. I also brought back a cute little flower pot. Yeah, look at that. As well as a mount. So let's do that. Yeah. This is the compartment and many. Oh, I need crushed ice. What? Oh, I need to cut it. After 12 hours of open storage, it melts into slush. Ah, I was gonna ask, can you make slushies? You put in some honey, you know, as like sugar. Oh, that is a smooth animation though. And then I close. Lasts for 73 days. Oh my gosh. I can smell the frozenness. And we'll put another box here. This one will be full of glacial ice, which cannot melt. Okay, thank goodness. Come on, Copper, you're nearby. I know you want me to find you. I want to make what I'm gonna make. Aha! Copper! Oh no. I found more. Ooh, this one's bountiful. So I come back to mine out the hematite while we're waiting for the tin bronze to cool down, and I found a translocator earlier. By exploring the cave, I found another translocator right behind me, and I just repaired it because I brought materials to fix the other one. Anywhere good? Bring me down south, maybe? I would appreciate that. No, this is north. Dang it. If you're wondering why I want translocators to bring me down south, it's because I want to get as close to the devastation without actually having to physically travel there. Yeah, I'm just lazy, honestly. Since we already made it, we might as well make this too. How much space does this take up? 2? We'll have to rearrange some things. Maybe I put it here. Maybe we can have like a little island. We can move this table over here. Then I can put like another table here maybe. Yeah, a little island with some countertop space. Put the flour sack somewhere in unobtrusive. What are you doing, sir? Maybe like right there next to the blood. That's hygienic, I think. Oh, I guess we can leave the flour. Ah, no, let's move it. Because I don't think I can move this. No, I can. Never mind. Flour sack right next to the blood. And we have our little cooler now. Yeah. There you have it. No more medieval. We're progressing into the dimly lit ages with new technology now. I wonder how many years it'll take for me to get rid of this mountain top. If I keep on using these cooling cabinets. Just the finishing touches of what I'll need, which is tin bronze plates. I need some axles. This page is interesting though. It's called the fake bell. Need number 4 though. The 2 plates. I have support beams here. And then le bell. It's mounted apparently. Hope I did this right. Let's get rid of this. Put it here. Oh, that is the perfect size. Oh. It's hammer time! Oh, that is perfect. That is literally exactly all I wanted. That is perfect. Copper block. I don't even need you. Glorious. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, here's the original one. Come on, south. North. Why haven't I found a single one that brings me south? And it's granite as well. Oh, near the surface. Oh, blue clay. Also, what is that structure? What the heck? The kitchenware trader? I roam around these parts finding and trading what I can. You have any cooking tips? Oh, so you introduce people into the mod. Ooh-wee, there's a wide world of food out there and you ain't even scratched the surface yet. I tell you what, I got a hat that the old Gastronomist Guild used to pass out to his members. If you promise to take your nutrition seriously, then I'll part ways with it. I won't ask for much. Just bring me a humble loaf of bread and I'll accept it as a token of your membership. I'm in the mood for spelt though. Make sure you don't burn the loaf. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, you have the bottle racks. Wow. nothing in them. So you're not an alcoholic. Good job, Childe. And he's displaying cheese. He's got fire clay ovens. Where are your fancy plates, my friend? You talk about cooking. Yeah, I see you have nothing but these clay ovens. I know a poser when I see one. No, I'm messing. We'll bring back a spelt bread to him soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish stacks of bountiful hematite in a region with minuscule amounts of hematite. Twice I have found it by stumbling around like a dummy. Why do you find things in this game when you're not looking for it? And when you're looking for it, you never find things. Why is this a common pattern? I should stop looking for love. Does this look weird? Put an iron ore like this? I wanted to leave it here as a symbol, for iron is the foundation upon which HammerHold lies. Because, you know, iron turns into steel. I don't think it really fits, but I think symbolically, I like it. You know, buddy, I don't know how you spawned in there, but have a... Oh. I was gonna say have a good life, but, never mind, you're dead. With the little bell having served its purpose of making the foundry book, I don't really know what else to do with it, so one of you guys can decide where to put it. Yeah, just look at that. 6 wheels of ripening cheese. Dang. Oh, I already forgot about the spelt bread. Oh, it's only part baked. Okay, I didn't put enough wood in. Oh, thank goodness, Past Josh. But then Past Josh forgot to watch it too. You see, this is why we don't like Past Josh. He's always setting me up for failure. Don't like him. Sometimes he does it on purpose too. That's tomorrow Josh's problem. Get this to that trader though. That's our next goal. Hello, good sir. I have my spelt bread. Can I get that hat, please? I think I deserve it. Have you seen how many sausages I've made? Not bad. It's edible, I suppose. Yep, we're doing away with the accent. Worthless of pride. Few walk these lands with that atop their crown. I hope your friends look to you for guidance in these dark days. Be careful. That's the last one I have. A chef's hat! Does it disappear when I put on the helmet? It doesn't. Perfect. I look amazing. I'm gonna take off the hat at one point and you're all gonna figure out that I have a raccoon controlling my every thought and motion. Okay, not a rat though, because those don't exist in game. I've never seen one in Vintage Story so far. Even in my food. Oh, imagine if you had to watch out for rats in your food. Ooh. Maybe one day. Whoa, it's a whole little family. You know what? One of them had antlers, so add to the collection. It was actually that one. I just took off the one from the fallow deer. Yeah, they were white-tailed deers. I've already told you, you want revenge, Jeffrey. You know how many of you have died this year trying to? Too many. Jessica. You know what, with the new year, I think it's time for a new weapon as well. Let's do the, I think it's called falchion. Or falchion. 1,000! Oh, sorry, he just caught me in the middle of my workout. I like it. I also found out you can hide behind the shield and still swing the falchion just like you can the fox. Which reminded me to do something that I should have done if I'm an honorary blackguard. Turns out I need some gray leather, so worked on that too. Leather's done. Blackguard shield. Strong enough to hold the line. Strong enough to press on. I can't take myself seriously with the chef hat. Oh yeah, that is something I would definitely not charge by myself. Especially if you're a bear named Jeffrey or Jessica. I was joking earlier, but I think candied pears are actually going to replace my bandages, especially since bandages are a pain to apply with heavy armor, so pair with me as I start making more. I went to go sell ivory to a trader nearby the kitchenware trader we found, but he actually had the Forlorn Hope armor, which we bought, decorating the Hall of Heroes with this one. Remember a super long time ago when I found that shepherd in my tavern? Well, I finally did the trade with him, and he gave me blue cheese, so that's cool. Just wanted to finish up that little side quest. As I sit on the southern arches, which need a walnut-related name if there's anyone brave enough and willing, we await to welcome the new year. Ah, frick, I missed it. Not as exciting as a crossbow bolt, but I did find Jeffrey's son. Go, fly! Happy New Year's! As I sit in the tavern drinking with my fellow not-pretend patrons, I can only hope that you enjoyed it, and if I may be so bold, I ask, nay, beg, for a like on the video, or dare I say, maybe even a divine subscribe. Anyways, that was my 5-year journey into Vintage Story, and if I'm lucky, I hope to see you as we continue our very own little Vintage Story. Thanks to channel members Happy Shovel and Armator Tate, you are the story to my vintage, and for everyone in general, even if you're a chair or a turtle or a squirrel or a worm, have a great rest of your day, and or night, and or morning, and or evening, and or midnight. Bye-bye. Till next time, stay safe.